Now hear ye, oh you rascals, with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which heroes is when he's seeking faster husband what's the lie.
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion,
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun looking so as we are on behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So let the rocks propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine.
A hero journeyed far and wide, but it riches, gold and magic. But he never found his true love song, and it made him sad and tired.
Mademoiselle Molly was walking and he was shot as he was singing.
And I played it fair from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he wasn't warm. And she carried him to the nearest inn, where she nursed him back to life. Well, they fell in love directly, and she married him that night.
So the half they down, they got me up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, we ain't here at the side. So lift your rose and toast to the drunken friends of mine. Grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine.
Hello and welcome back to High Rollers, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us on this lovely Sunday, full of Pokemon Go nonsense.
I know, right?
Kim and Trot may vanish halfway through this. Yep. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
someone's dropped a Leo in Cabot Circus,
Welcome back for joining us. Thank you very much. I am, as always, your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes, and we are playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons with our regular crew, which includes Matt.
Hello.
Katie.
Hello.
Kim.
Hiya.
And the prick Chris Trot.
I'm not even going to object.
No, you're not going to object. He was keeping Katie up by walking around the room, getting his eggs hatched.
Hey,
Seriously,
it was a
like,
decent
I
hour.
was sitting on the computer,
Gosh.
and the music from the Pokemon app was just getting louder and quieter, and louder and quieter. I looked over, and he's pacing the flat.
Did you even...
I'm incubating eggs, okay? It's important.
The Doppler effect. So no real announcements this week, apart from the fact no fan art video this week. We're probably going to do it every couple of weeks.
They're
you
going to be
said.
bi-weekly now.
Yeah, just because.
It's quite a lot of work to do, so we'd
Yeah.
rather...
We want to get a lot of them into a video.
Yeah, so just so you know that's that. We'll have
So
a quick
we
short
haven't
break.
missed all of the fan art from this week. We have seen it all.
That'll be
it's
next week.
amazing.
Storing
it will
it.
be in next week's.
Boom, boom, boom. Quick recap of things that happened last time. So our party of adventurers. They've had quite a lot that's been going on, and we are working on a nice little recap video for some, what I guess we'll call Arc 1, the first arc.
Oh yeah, if you're not caught up, this is going to be a good video
Yeah.
for that.
So we're going to work on that. We've got some really cool artwork that Nina's done for us. We've been recording a bit of voiceover and stuff. It should be really cool. But we won't go into that stuff because that will cover that. But what we have got is our party. One of our members of our party, Trelemar Alith, a drow warlock of a mysterious figure, who's patron of this mysterious figure.
I thought you meant he had a mysterious figure.
He's just mysterious. He does. It's all
Is it
hidden under a cape.
shape?
It's hidden under the cape.
So shapely.
He has a personal quest to go beneath the city of Talis Val, an ancient city built upon the ruins of an even older city, to find a mysterious mask, a powerful relic. Meanwhile, the rest of the party are also looking for a scroll to heal the champion of Talis Val, Korak, a dragonborn warrior, and bring him out of some a coma-induced state that he is currently in. They began this search in the graveyard district of the area and found a catacomb, a mausoleum rather, which bared the symbol of an eclipsed sun. As they drew close to the sun, Trelemar passed out, and when he awoke, he seemed to be in some sort of memory of the past, or his mind was somehow shifted into the past, where there was a group of 4 drow, himself included, that had been sent on a mission to assassinate some noblewoman, and they made their way down into the mausoleum and revealed a secret entrance. Trelemar reverted back to the present day with his companions, and took them down there and revealed this secret entrance through the knowledge that he had gained, and this led them down deep, deep, deep into the world, into the earth, where they found a temple, identified as a temple belonging to an ancient god called Thares Dun, the Chained One, the Eternal Darkness. Very pleasant sounding guy. And they began to explore this abandoned temple, which they found was full of traps. And that is pretty much where we begin today. You guys have explored a number of the rooms, you found a number of things that hint about some of the things that went on here and some of the things that they had in place. But so far things are still a bit of a mystery. All you know is that somewhere in this temple you assume is the mask that you're looking for, or perhaps somewhere else that you need to go.
We found a load of star cards, right?
You did. So in one of the rooms you found what looked to be a vault. A stone vault with a pedestal and a marble disc, a black marble disc on top, which had constellations in different patterns that lit up when you placed a stone on them. Some of you recognise some of these constellations, but not all of them. I have them here. But you weren't really sure of their purpose, and in the end, Trelemar opened up one of the chests, and a black pudding fell down and tried to attack the party because you didn't disable the trap.
Not an actual black pudding.
Not like a chocolate pudding. It was
Yeah.
a creature called a black pudding. A
So much
slime.
easier if it was just black pudding that I could eat.
It'd be nice.
That'd have been- Yeah.
It almost ate us instead.
Almost ate you. You are currently stood in a very old, dusty library. Most of the books and scrolls have worn away through time. It has been ravaged over what you assume might be centuries or perhaps even thousands of years. The only thing which is in good condition is a display case, a glass display case, which seems to have preserved 2 books within sight. Behind the display base is a large mural of a demon's face with a large gaping maw. You had decided not to investigate further and had gathered around the door ready to enter the next room.
I think we made the right choice. Not opening that glass case. Good job, team.
I know what Juta's going to say.
What?
What if there's a scroll of greater restoration?
Actually, Juto was just remembering how annoyed she is at Trelemar.
Could have happened to anyone. Could have happened to anyone.
Anyone, but it always happens to you.
Yeah.
It's either you would have done it or I would have done it. So
Could have happened to either of us. You just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I was very aware that there were traps everywhere in this dungeon, and I wasn't going to touch anything unless it was definitely
and I did
deactivated.
mention, I remember saying, don't open anything with a hinge, or be very wary of anything with a hinge.
For once, I
That is
agree
true.
with a human.
Well, my God, what is going on? You're agreeing with him, of all people. Wow.
Things change when you're deep underground,
Yeah.
surrounded by traps.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's open
But
this
you know, we found some good stuff.
We did.
You did, in fact. Actually,
Oh,
Juto
yeah.
currently has a lute strapped to her back. Now, I'm going to clarify one thing. Yes, I am now aware that the musical instruments, the DOS lute, needs to be attuned by a bard. I'm scrapping that because nobody here is ever going to probably play a bard, and that would be a waste of a good magic item. So I'm scrapping that requirement. As long as somebody is attuned to it, they can use the
Could
spell.
you
Homebrew?
not swap it for a greater scroll of...
Nope.
Not getting that shit.
You
I
also
got Wand of
found a wand of magic missiles
missiles.
as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've got an eye patch with a jewel in it.
that.
Fucking shit.
How many
Fetching.
charges did we say that?
Charles,
I had,
why do you wear it enough?
6 charges.
Put your patch on.
I don't want to put
It
my
looks
patch on.
good.
You have it then.
Do I not give you a card case?
All right.
I got one.
Oh, it's because I left it upstairs. That's why. Never mind.
I got one for my...
You know, it's pretty. You know how it
Gas
works,
loot.
don't you? It's
Yeah,
got 5
I've
charges.
seen-
You spend 1 charge to cast it at first level. You can spend additional charges to cast it at high levels. If you ever use the last charge, there's a chance it
yeah.
can be destroyed. Pretty
I'm
simple.
gonna-
It's an
It has
action to
5
use.
charges.
Oh, 5 charges.
Damn it, I have an extra one now.
Well, that's my notes from
Can I
last
check this door, see if it's locked?
You may certainly, yep, investigation check, please. They smell of like these very warlike, most of the pages have just crumbled, the writing's faded off them, and there's a heavy smell of dust and age in this room. The light actually fleckles in some of the dust particles.
Smells like trying, yeah. 16.
16, it does not appear to be trapped or locked.
It's not locked, guys. Which means it's inviting us into death and decay. Let's be careful.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna eke it open.
Eek.
So you step up to the door, Cam steps up to the door and opens it. It does have a creak. The wood feels very, very weak in your hands, like it feels like it's kind of been
Spongy.
degraded. Yeah, it's like kind of gross to touch. But the room that you look into actually looks much better cared for. There is a smell, not quite of fresh air, but it just has a smell of almost like incense, like a very faint hint of like meditation incense. What you see before you is a chapel. Stone floor, stone ceiling, with stone pews, each with a kind of loose red cushion, but it looks like they have seen some damage over time. Face towards an altar with a raised podium. Long draped curtains flank the walls on either side, dark red and black in colour, and that is what you see before you.
Right. I don't know if you guys can see the room through here, but it's in a better state than the previous room, suggesting that it could be used or occupied. So let's be careful. Even more so than before. This is going
I was
on.
going to say, what is your voice going so high?
I'm just very scared.
I push Cam into the room.
Ah.
Just a gentle, like,
Juzo moves up behind Cam, shoves him into the room.
I try and, quieten my fall as much as
Stealth
possible.
check.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
it's just a
20.
loving shove.
20? Yeah, although Juto pushes, you kind of, with the Buckland family, you did a little bit of acrobatics, you knew how to kind of like break a fall and stuff like that. You
Combat
managed
roll.
to catch yourself. Yeah, you basically combat roll, but very quietly. The stone floor, like your clothing and the armour, because the elven armour is built to kind of allow you to move stealthily. It actually doesn't make a lot of noise when you roll against the stone floor. But as you come up, yeah, you can just see these stone pews. It looks like they may seat 2 or 3 people each. And then this podium in front of you, and then just these red curtains along each wall.
In my crouch state, I just flick that right back
Okay,
at G2.
you see that?
I nod.
I'm gonna.
It was
I
a loving
accept.
shove. It
Okay.
was a shove, when Juto's just a little bit tired of Cam's talking. And
How's
was
that loving?
always with the talking. You'd know if it wasn't loving.
True. I'm gonna hide behind one of the first pews and kind of beckon everybody else in, and to mimic what I'm doing.
It's it's about chest high, the pew, so you kind of crouch down, Gears of War style, using it as cover, and you see Cam gesturing the rest of you in.
Came with home.
Yeah. Okay. The room, as you move in, again, you get this kind of smell of incense and thyme. There's a stillness to the room. There is no air moving through it, so everything just almost remains as if it's been stuck in time. Apart from these cushions, which you can see just have ever so slight wear to them, it does look like it's been preserved for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years in a perfect state.
Can I do a Arcana check to see if I can sense magic?
Yeah, sure. Give me
Honest.
an Arcana check, yes. To sense magic, you would really need a spell like Detect Magic to be able to locate it.
14.
14. I would say that there is definitely...
Looking at the pews and the.
I would say you get the sense... Again, it's not quite detecting it, but you get the sense that the podium, the way it's built, you can see kind of lines of what looks like crystal gemstone like built into it. Very faint. You suspect that there might be something arcane about it.
Juto,
There is some magic shit about that stone podium.
go touch the podium. At the front. And if you die, let us know. What are you waiting for? Go.
Is there any sort of check I can make to see if someone's
Can
passed
someone else
through
go?
recently?
Yes, survival check, absolutely.
That was a 3.
3.
So probably not.
No.
Can I do a check to see if we're about to imminently die?
You have a look around, Elora, and you check the floor. There's no dust to really... There's not enough dust on the floor to see if there's footprints. A lot of the ways that you would use to track in the woods, you're not sure how to apply them here, and it's just not very clear. You're not sure if anybody's passed through or not.
There's no trees and dirt, guys. We're screwed.
Yes,
Did
that's
you say
true.
there's curtains on the walls?
Yes, so each wall is like basically the whole wall is covered by a thick red and black curtain.
Why is no one checking the podium?
Can I tentatively move, like, can you, like, move the curtain like like...
So you move up to it and you like
See
brush
what's
your hand along it, or do you want
behind
to
it?
like pull it apart?
kind of want to just, like, see if there's anything behind it, like any murals on the wall or
Okay.
anything.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great. Wisdom. 12.
12. You go up and you push. You think you push the curtain aside, but it looks like there's more curtain behind it. You kind of move your hands. Mine gets a bit muddled, and you step away, and yeah, you can't think if there's anything behind there. It just looks like more curtain.
I'm just going to look very confused.
You watch as Juto kind of moves up, and she seems to move the curtain, but not in a way that really reveals what's behind it. She just kind of like moves it back and forward. She kind of like blinks a few times and then steps away from it.
Juto, that's not how you move curtains. This is no, I'm not going to do that. What?
Did you see anything?
You couldn't see
No.
anything. It just looked like more curtain behind it.
More curtain.
I don't like this room at all.
No, I don't like it.
Why
I
is
think
there
this is trick.
incense? Why can we smell
Really
incense?
Almost like a lilac-y smell.
It's like someone's said it recently, or it's always been here. It's magical. I don't like magic. Magic make my dick small.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are currently, just stood by the door entrance so
Is there
far.
any
Juto's
other-
kind of moved
Uh,
over here. Cam.
Is the door
Can I
still
go
open?
to the altar?
Yeah, door's still open.
Have a little look.
You're going to look at the podium?
Yeah, can I investigate?
So Chongman walks all the way down. You see him, his footsteps thud along the stone. You check it out. On the podium, there are 3 stones. A red gem, a black gem, and a white gem.
Fucking puzzles.
Trap!
There's a puzzle. Hooray!
It's
You
a trap.
Give me a
Well, smart
Arcana
enough.
check.
5.
5. You know that these gemstones control some sort of built-in magical effects. You have no clue what they are or which ones do what.
What are the colours?
Red, black, and white.
Are the curtains red and black?
The curtains are red and black.
Is there anything white in this room other than that? gem?
There is not. The stone is quite grey.
Oh.
It's about the closest.
What do you think?
Oh,
should I,
okay.
should I
Can
press
do
press one?
some sort of, like... What is that?
It's your face. What would you like to do? You can always ask if you're not sure. Like, what are you trying to achieve? Rather
I
than
wanna-
check,
I
what do you
wanna-
want to accomplish?
See if Juto knows anything about the stones or what they could reveal.
You can give me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Mhm.
Not an insight.
Nope. Insight is more for people and like learning body
I
language.
have +4 on that.
Well, it's an Arcana check, I'm afraid.
17.
17. You have a look, and you don't know magic very well. You kind of rely on instinctual magic, like your elemental powers. You've got a vague idea. You think that each of these gems controls a different effect within the room, and it's more that you have to touch it and will the effect that you want. You think at least the red one, you think can control the temperature and create illusionary fire. It's kind of instinctual, like, because you understand fire quite well with your elemental powers, you're pretty sure you know that one does that. The other two, you're not quite sure about. You don't know enough about magic to know the sort of effects. One of them seems to be some sort of enchantment or some sort of illusion. You're not sure really how it works.
Can I see if I know what the other ones do?
Yeah, you can also, I'm assuming that at this point you've all moved
Yeah,
on.
right.
I relay this to the team.
Okay,
I
yep.
was thinking
Arcana
about setting
checks
you
if
on
want to,
fire,
Thomas.
but
17.
17. You, knowing your connection with moonlight and the outside world, you're not quite sure about the red and the black one, but the white one you think controls light within the room. You reckon by touching it and holding it, you can will it to be completely dark. You can will it to be bright light. You can even actually manipulate the light to create almost like shadowy figures, almost like illusions of shadow.
LifeX bulbs.
Yeah, that's a life expert. No. I will relay that information.
Why
did you? Are
is
there
this
like
here?
sconces and torches in the room?
There are not. The light, actually, now that you've realised that, as you look around, there is just light. You're not sure where it's coming from. It just is. You can see in the room, and you're not quite sure how it works.
Is there any other doors out of
be
here?
that.
There
Other
are
than the one-
none that you can see. Give me a perception check.
20.
20. You can't see an exit, but you can feel an ever so slight breeze coming from the wall on this side, on the east side of the room.
With my intelligence of -1, I deduce the following. There is no other exit in here. But there is a slight breeze coming from that wall on the right-hand side where the curtains are. So I think
I think the curtains.
Thank you for the weather forecast. Refer to
Remember-
scat showers in
Can.
an hour.
Remember
Thanks.
the illusion that we came through the first time? The illusion, the wall
Ah,
that
the
wasn't
mural.
really there?
Ah.
Maybe this curtain's another one.
You, as Elora says that, Juto, you watched her. She could physically hold the curtain, but it was almost like she just kind of moved it around. You were trying to get behind it, but there was more curtain. You would
Could
move
you-
one
Would
curtain,
like
there was more
this, like,
curtain.
cloak
There was something.
thing.
Could you grab it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you grabbed it.
So it's not the same. Also, did anything happen when you touched it?
There just seemed to be more cloth. And no
I
matter
try
how I
and move the
moved
curtain?
it, there was more cloth.
Yes, give me a wisdom saving throw.
It seems more powerful than the painting where I could just put my hand through it.
21.
21. Knowing what Juto's explained, you kind of steel yourself. And being an elf, you have a natural resistance to things like charms and enchantments. And you feel, as you go up, you start pulling the curtain away, and you can almost feel it trying to trick your mind, trying to get you lost within the folds of the fabric and to make you think that there was nothing behind it. But eventually you manage to pull away aside, and you actually reveal that there is a door leading into a corridor. You can see a wooden door. It has quite thick slats through it. And you can feel this breeze, a very gentle, soft wind just blowing through. And again, it has that smell of incense coming off the wind.
You're pointing at curtains. You're Tadaring at curtains.
There's a door.
What?
Did you not see the door? Did they see
Yeah,
the door?
now that you've pulled it aside,
Oh.
you actually pull the curtain
There it is.
far down. You suspect now that you've experienced it, there's probably some sort of enchantment placed on the curtains that anybody who wanted to get behind them had to have a certain resolve, a certain mental fortitude to be able to do
Right.
it.
We don't know anything about what that black stone does.
Did you say the fire is illusionary?
Yes.
Juto,
It's not
why are
talking
you
to you.
staring at the red gem? Don't think about it.
What do you want to do?
So that means it won't hurt anyone.
No, it's illusion.
I can hear you.
I would like to go up to the red gem.
Okay.
Actually, no, this is too dangerous for a joke. I was gonna imagine fire on Trot, but
Well, you don't know how it would work. All
Yeah,
you know is that
fair,
you could
no.
hold the gem
I'm not
and
gonna-
conjure illusionary fire.
I'm not-
You
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna-
where it would conjure.
I'm not gonna mess with it.
Okay.
Maybe this is like a pseudo god temple where whoever
I think they tried to control it to make it look
make it
like
look
it
like
was
there were
something crazy
powers and
powerful.
stuff.
But I still don't know what the black one does. Only the light.
Yeah. So you knew what the white one did. You worked out what the red one did.
In fact, screw it. Everyone stand back.
What? We found the exit. We can leave.
Juto goes up to the podium and puts her hand on the red gem.
Nobody touch walls or curtains or anything.
Okay. You touch the red gem, and you remember that you can will it to change the temperature in the room or to conjure illusionary fire.
I think about conjuring illusionary fire, but I want it specifically to be on the pew nearest to the library door.
You try that. Fire erupts along the curtain edge walls, just these gouts of flame. You feel intense heat wash over you. It doesn't cause you pain, but it feels like you're in the infernos of hell as this fire just erupts and roars with
I
sound.
scream a little bit and then back away from all of the walls.
But it's specifically on the curtains.
It
Not-
conjures along the wall edges, not,
not
where
where
you
I'm
wanted
thinking.
it to. No.
Can I try?
This gives me flashbacks,
Why?
Juto.
It's still going.
Curtains.
Triggered.
Stops. As soon as you will it to stop, it stops.
Can I try and make the room brighter?
Yes, you touch the white gem and you imagine it getting brighter. The room starts getting brighter and brighter, almost to the point of blinding light. And you're
Is
happy
it
to
coming
surprise.
from a certain area?
It is not.
Why is
it just
everyone
seems to
playing
be
with the gems?
in the
I'll
room.
put it down back to where it
Dim
was.
it down.
The fire did not appear where I willed it. It appeared on the curtain edge. This indeed appears to be for theatrics.
Yeah. I wonder what the black one does.
I don't want to touch that one without knowing what it does.
All right. We'll all leave, and you can play with that black gem as much as you like on your own in here. How does that sound?
Is it
You're
just
right.
it's just a normal door behind the curtain that I can feel,
Yes,
right?
it appears to be, yes.
Can I see if it's got any traps?
Investigation check.
Yeah, let's make ourselves some exits
Natural
first.
20.
Natural 20. It is not trapped, but it definitely seems to have some sort of lock. It does have a traditional keyhole, but it also has a symbol. And you remember you picked
I
up
have
a
my
key.
key.
It looks like to be the same sort
Well,
of thing.
shall I open
Right.
unlock the door, and then you can all go in the corridor, and then I will come back and press the button.
When
We don't
Would you
need to
say-
know.
But I want to know what it does. I'm interested.
Why is it there?
Exactly.
I mean, you can give me an Arcana check
and
now
we'll
that you're
let-
up.
See,
You can give me
if you
another
know what
Arcana
it
check.
is.
when Juto did the fire thing, did it appear where the curtain wasn't there anymore?
Yes.
It did.
No.
It was along that wall edge. It looked
So
to be
it's
more
not just
tied.
on the curtain.
It was basically like a 5-foot square, like, you know, whole massive 5-foot gouts of flame.
Right.
And it engulfed the curtains, but it left no damage
So
on
it was not attached to the curtain.
Only a 9, I'm afraid.
9. You have a look at it again, you still just can't work out what it's.
I'm gonna have to press it.
No!
Yeah.
Let's
No.
unlock the door.
I'll go
Can I
over and
roll
unlock the
another
door.
Arcana on
Or
the
try to unlock the door.
specific gem, or is it not allowed?
Now that you've made your. The reason that you understood the one that you did is because
'cause
your
of fire.
connection with fire. Same with Elora's, like with Moonlight, it kind of spoke to her almost.
Yeah, I shall go
Okay,
and
so you
try to
unlock the door.
Yeah.
So you unlock that, and then you head back to the podium.
No.
Oh, for God, no!
This corridor leads
Right.
out.
Don't want to.
Can I very gently open the door and peek into the corridor and see if there's
Okay.
anything there? Like,
So you peek into the corridor. And you see a stone corridor about 10 foot wide, leading down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about 30 feet, 35 feet. You can see about midway down there are 6 statues, the same hooded, no-faced figure holding the orb in its hands, facing each other in pairs. And then just beyond them is a large stone double door.
I don't like that. Guys, there's more figures in
I don't
there.
like this whole thing.
There's more figures. There's 6 of them.
Well, let's stand in here. He presses the black gem. The figures come to life, we all die. It'd be a fitting end.
Are you ready?
No.
The black gem, does it look like the orb
Does it look
when it
like-
was on the inky
No.
side?
It looks like that there's a red and white gem. They look like kind of cheap gemstones, not like really rubies or anything, like almost like glass crystals.
Like crudely cut gems?
Crudely cut gems, yeah. They're not like the perfect spheres.
Okay. Chad, if you want to play with the black gem, I will see you in the corridor.
Okay.
Do you want to head into the corridor?
Yeah.
Okay. You see the same thing Elora sees.
Yeah,
These 6
I'll-
hooded figures facing each other in.
I'll
Can I
move in
have
next.
a distinct look at them, see if they move?
Yes, perception check.
If there's any scratches like before?
Yep. Are you touching the gem?
I will do when they're all
Oh, so
in
you,
the corridor. I'm waiting
you
for
guys all
them.
going to head into the corridor.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just have a quick look at them and see if I can see any glyphs on
Perception
them?
check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20,
Not
what'd you
even
get?
lying.
Nat 1.
Now, 1, you're almost quite distracted by what Trell's doing. Like you keep peeking through to
kind
see
of
if he's dead.
interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice that although their hoods have been carved and they're these black features things, the way that they're carved is they're hollow inside, and you can see that the natural shadows are hiding what appears to be some sort of hole that goes into the wall. You're not sure where it goes or what it does, but there definitely is either something that something can come out or go into.
Similar to the vault.
Not good.
You touch the gem. What do you will? What do you want to happen as you touch it? What are you thinking about?
Nothing harmful to your
Uh,
friends.
Greater scrolls of restoration.
They pop out of
The mask.
shadows.
Okay.
Thinking about the mask.
You touch it, you think of the mask, you try and conjure it. Nothing seems to really happen.
That's crap.
Nice test, Trell, come on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you're just gonna head in.
Voice. Maybe it's a voice projector.
I run back.
Trell runs back.
I'll try that.
Okay, you touch it, and as you imagine a voice, there is a rumbling. The illusion around the
How's he
curtains,
done?
they seem to dip into darkness, and you just get like and as you speak, your voice has this reverberating, thunderous, gravelly texture to
This is
it.
amazing.
So it's, you know,
Sound like James Earl Jones.
give us like imagine
Oh,
give it like a
no.
really deep, gravelly sort of tremolo, like yes,
I am your master.
that sort of thing.
Remember that stealth thing we were trying?
Oh, but it's so fun.
you want to add the fire
Yeah, he
to
rolled.
Oh, shit.
He rolled.
Don't look at me when you roll in that. Piece of shit.
What was that? No.
What? I just rolled a dice. Don't worry about it.
Trell, that's enough fun. Come on.
Okay, bye. I come with you.
Doing things. He's
Oh,
doing
no.
evil things. He's got the smile
Well-
smile on his face. That makes
It's
me
so
think that
easy
I'm
to
gonna
fuck with
die.
you guys. All I have to do is roll a dice and write something on a piece of paper, and you're like so suspicious.
Trell, get out of there.
It's
Right.
not that.
I
it's
joined my
just-
friends in the corridor.
Okay.
Theatrics for.
So you notice these hollow tubes
And it does
or
look very
stone.
similar to the one that we saw in the vault, or is it different?
You can see that it's a similar thing, but this was definitely hidden. Whereas the ones in the vault, they had these like stone hoods, but you could see that they went and became
Right.
like some sort of vent or tube, and you knew that the black pudding oozed out of it eventually. These ones definitely seem like they were hidden. They've used the natural shadows of the stone to kind of hide these thin, small
Okay.
tubes. They're much smaller.
So it is a trap, but they're trying to be sneaky about it this time.
How about if we get some cushions from off the pews and shove it in the holes to stop any nasty things coming out?
I feel like if we move into their vision, like something's gonna happen.
I'm gonna
Is
throw.
it some kind of emotion thing?
Can I
Oh,
throw a
God.
dagger
I'm gonna back up.
in its direction?
I want to back up behind.
Which one do you throw?
I will throw a shit one.
Okay, just a generic one. You pull out your boot.
I have generic ones.
Yeah, you
that I
pull
haven't
out
named.
a generic one out of your boot, throw it towards the ting ting ting, just clatters on the stone.
Well, there's no proximity thing. I'm gonna go and pick it up.
Okay. You have the ward stone, don't you?
Yes.
You head over, pick up your dagger off the floor.
Nice. It's totally fine.
Should we get these
What if
cushions
it
and
doesn't
shove it in
have
the...
ward stone though.
I guess whatever else triggers it. Yeah, we should just block them up.
Yeah. Okay.
This entire dungeon runs off of the ward stones.
We don't.
It
You
was
don't know
made-
that
no,
happened.
but
though.
we heard that from that. We just read something that said that it was
You did.
created so that those without the ward stone would be punished, and only people that have that stone are allowed to pass through.
Yes.
Maybe
you
only-
did find that.
We found that,
Who has the group's ward stone?
Cam.
and
Cam
he was
Buckland.
fine.
All right, no one else go near it then. Maybe I should go through the double doors or something.
Well, could we roll it along the floor, pass through?
But if we
I
lose
think as soon as
we'll
it leaves the vicinity, it's going to affect the person that doesn't have it, right?
go-
We should also just penguin huddle and around the stone.
What is a penguin?
Would we know anything
It's a
about the
fire.
stone and
It's
if it?
dangerous underground creature has a beak, but with tentacles as well.
Would we know if?
It waddles around the ground and it latches onto people's legs and then drains their blood.
Yeah, penguin
That's
huddle.
I do not like the sound of this penguin at all.
All right, fine, whatever.
If we all held on to it, there's probably not enough protection in it to guard 4 people, is there?
It's better than not touching it and getting totally decimated.
Would we know that? Would we know how far like a stone would?
Feels like a stone.
You have no idea how much this thing would protect. Whether it protects a group, whether it protects an individual, whether you can each touch it and it's the same thing. You just don't know.
I'm gonna whip it out. Nice.
Yep.
I've got it out now.
Okay.
Double doors. Gonna go up to it and start like.
You head up. You head up to the double doors. You can see that engraved on the double doors. You can see engraved into the stone. It's a symbol of almost like a night sky. You can see moons. You can see stars. In the very centre is a symbol which looks very much like the ones that were on the vault doors that need to be opened with the magical key.
Key time. Should we block up these holes with
Yeah.
the cushions as a precaution?
Should we do that? I'll rush in and... grab
Only
some-
person
grab some
with
cushions.
stone.
Okay.
I'll give you the stone so you can stuff it.
So he comes in there. You gather
Wherever
up.
you like.
Thanks.
You gather up 6 cushions. Come back in here. What are you doing? Are you gonna?
I'm giving him the stone.
So you're going to come back over
Yeah.
and give him the stone?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pass the stone to Trell. Trell, what do you do?
Everyone stay away from the things if you're not Trell.
I've got the cushions now.
Yep, and you've got the stone as well. You've got the water, so you put that in a pocket.
I'll just go to the nearest...
You go to each one,
And just...
and with what Alora has told you, you find that there's these kind of tubes. You stuff them in as much as you can. The tubes are quite small, so you end up actually tearing up some of the cushions and having like cutting them open, stuffing some of the padding inside. You go down, you block up all 6.
Good job.
Right.
So you would end there.
Shall I open the door?
So you
Is
go up to
everybody
the door.
ready? Everyone, be prepared for whatever.
Do we want to? Can I? There's moons and stuff on the door, right?
Yep.
Should I check
Can
it
told
out?
you.
Do you want to come back and give me the stone?
Yeah.
You come back,
Okay.
give Elora the stone. Elora makes her way down.
I want to look at the symbols and see if I know anything of
Sure.
the stars and the moons.
Without rolling, there's a couple of things you know automatically.
Okay.
The wall features the same constellations that you saw in the vault chamber. You recognise some
I
of them.
recognize 3 of them.
You recognised, if I remember, you
I wrote
recognised
them down.
the Penitent
This-
Man, the Mountain, and the Sickle, I believe.
Yeah.
And then there are 2 more which you don't recognise. But I will hand them to you. Well, actually, no. Technically, well, I'll just give them to you. So, yeah, you only recognise 3 of them, but you see the other 2 very clearly on this thing. You don't know what they mean, though. And you can see them on the stone door.
What?
There's something to do with constellations again, guys. We didn't figure it out last time, though. So. They're not glowing or anything like the ones on the table.
Nope.
So there's
It
not.
may- it
Do I
may-
sense that there's because is there any way that could control those statues?
Give me an Arcana check.
18.
18. You don't think so. You don't think that the door and the statues are connected. In fact, you think that you do think that there is some sort of something magical about both the door and the statues, but they're not connected. The door's magic is more connected to how it's locked and how it's opened, which
Which is the
is the
key.
key. The statues, there is definitely something more magical about them than just like a normal, like, you don't think that they're going to shoot arrows or spears at you.
Is there any way that I can sort of look around and see if there's anything that might control the statues?
Perception check?
17.
There is not. On this side or on the side that you were on previously, you don't see any controls that are going to disable them from there. Knowing what you know from what you found from the scroll and what you've witnessed in other things, it seems that a lot of this temple is based around, if you've got one of these ward stones, you are protected from the traps and the defences of the temple. If you don't, you are not. And there is no turning them off and on. It is just, you are either protected or you are not. There may be physical ways to disable them, like stuffing them with cushions or things like you could break the turret, for example, but there is not like controls for off and on.
Stone, key, door.
I don't have the key. I don't have the
Tromar's
key.
already unlocked it.
Oh, I have. Okay.
Has he?
Well, that's what I thought you did. You went up to it, tapped it, and then came back.
Oh, did I? Okay.
That's what I thought. If you didn't do that, that's
No,
fine.
that's fine. No. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep, done.
Yeah.
Good luck, Elora.
I'm not going on my own.
I shall open the doors.
Give him
No,
the
no,
stone.
but you need to then
So you come down.
Oh yeah, I need the stone. I don't want to
Which
get
Can I?
fucking murdered.
Throw the stone back.
Yeah, can I roll the stone along the ground to trail?
You know, roll it along the ground.
No. I'm gonna walk
I can,
back
I can
and give
walk
it to
you.
I
It's
don't-
not a very long
No,
distance.
but, no, it's the fact that if you walk past these things, they might go off.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh.
Like, I think it's going to be triggered by movement. I'm
Yeah.
going to go back to the
How
others.
high are the hoods? Like what?
They're about man height, so about 5-6 feet. I'd say 6 feet. They're probably quite tall. But there's about 5 foot of space along the ceiling. It's quite a short corridor. It's about 10-15.
You go inside.
But they're kind of built into the
Oh, wait.
walls. But there is
You
a,
go inside.
a safe spot, like
And
bit
roll it
of
back.
wall above them as well.
So that we can all get past these things
Okay.
one by one. Let's do that.
I give the stone up to him.
Trenmar's got the same.
Yeah. I'll go to the door. Open up.
Okay. Tink. And then you open it. It
Is
looks
it
like you
these,
have to
these
push
black
Yeah.
semicircles?
Yeah,
That's
that's-
the thing.
Yeah, they're the statues.
Right. Yeah. Let's roll.
They are more set into the wall. I just didn't draw them.
Yeah.
that way,
Wait,
so I'm sorry.
wait. Before I open these doors, but it will make sense if you all came up towards
Well,
this
that's
end.
what we're
That's
worried
right.
about.
If you roll it back,
because-
we can do one at a time.
Oh, I see.
With the stone.
Yeah.
You dig.
Okay. Well, I open
Dog.
the doors just to get a.
I think no matter what happens, these things are going to go up.
And the stone doors grind against the floor as they are
Here's our
opened.
stealth.
A loud, thunderous grinding of stone echoes through this small corridor that you are in. And you look into a large chamber beyond. The double doors lead into this large chamber. The whole room is painted black, and there appear to be no natural light sources. Only the light coming from Cam's dagger down the corridor and the torches that you have carried seem to flicker a little bit of light into it. You can also see... Oh, no. You do. So you look around, and yeah, the whole room is painted black. The floor is black, the walls are black. But as you look up at the ceiling, you notice that's painted like a night sky. There are hues of blue, very dark blue, and you can see various constellations painted onto the ceiling with their lines drawn. There are 5 of them in total.
It's a black room with stars painted
Is
on
the
the ceiling.
constellations that were on the...
Yep.
Yeah. So as you can see on the map, you can see that's all the different stars, and then the constellations are drawn, but they all kind of overlap as well. It's quite confusing to see them all.
Well, we're going to get trapped in this room with something awful, so let's all get in there.
Shall I roll back the doodad to you guys?
So you're going to roll it back, yeah? So it's about 15 foot to roll it back.
Or should I throw it towards you?
No, we'll smash it. Roll it.
I get 15 foot. Would you be able to roll something with enough force manually?
That's like
Yeah.
a skill, Annie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
That's
All right.
fast.
You
Yeah.
roll it long. Rolls down. Doing. Okay, Cam picks it up. You walk down.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk down.
Gonna roll it back.
Okay.
And Laura gets it. You eventually, through a process of rolling it, it takes you a bit of time, just rolling it, making sure that it gets there safely. You pick it up, check it's not damaged, and then you all make your way down.
Well, I guess that worked. Nothing bad happened yet.
No.
Do we want to step into this room yet? Is the floor...
Can we see? Can I see that is actually floor?
It
And
is.
not just
You
a
can
floor.
see, like now that everyone's light sources are closer, you can see stone tiles. Each of them seem to be a 5 foot stone tile, but it's painted black. Some of it's worn a little bit here and there, so you can see that it's definitely a floor.
Okay.
Can I check and see if there's any that look like a pressure plate type thing?
Sure. Yep. Perception check.
25.
25. Looking into this room, you're looking at these tiles, the floor tiles in particular. They don't necessarily look like pressure plates, but now that you look very closely with your keen elven vision, you notice that along their edges, there are definitely scratch and wear marks where it looks like they might move.
Oh.
Are there any... Do I see any places where there's not floor? There's floor everywhere then?
Yeah, the whole room is floored.
But the tiles on the floor can move.
That's what Elora thinks, judging by the way that they've scraped and like paint has worn off and they have scratches and chips.
Maybe they
it looks
give
like
way
they.
to a draw?
You don't know.
Or maybe they move to match the constellations on the ceiling.
But it's black, isn't it? Just black on the floor.
Is there...
At the
any
moment,
of the,
yeah,
yeah.
it looks like just black.
Are any of the tiles on the floor coloured in any way? Or
So now that you start looking at that and you've noticed that some of them do seem to, and they these ones that all have stars on the map, they seem to have gemstones that are currently dull. So they're kind of painted, but it looks like they might illuminate.
Huh.
Well, I think we need to get in there to do some.
Is there a place
Can
for
I
where the
s-
wards do... Like, in the thing where the...
the vault? Can I see the constellations? Am I allowed to?
Yeah, do you want me to pass these over?
I'm also going to dismiss light from Duracell and put it on the orb itself.
Oh, okay, on the ward stone.
So
Yep.
whoever's holding it can.
It's very obvious. So, you currently stood outside this corridor looking in.
I think we need to move the floor stones to match the constellations on the ceiling.
Yeah.
What if we get it wrong?
We die.
Is there any exits from this room? Putting my orb
You
in.
put the orb in, you look. There are portions of the walls that have lines to look like there is a door, but it's solid stone. And these seem to be numerous of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 on each side, and they're kind of built into the walls. And yeah, there's like, so you look in, but it would just look like a flat stone. There's no handle or anything like that.
Do we have to work our way
What's the
across the
sickle?
room as if in the same...
By the
Way
door.
more.
What's the sickle?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Which ones did you say that you knew?
The penitent man, the sickle, and the mountain.
So those 3 that are on the double doors on the outside, those are
They're
probably...
all
All 5 are on.
All
They're
5 are
All
on.
five are on.
Yeah,
No, 2
yeah.
of them.
All 5 are
Right.
on the ceiling.
So we need to get all 5 of them, maybe, matching with the ceiling. If you look at the
Are they-
ceiling, do they have the same constellations?
They have the same constellation, but not the same. The ones on the ceiling just look painted on. They look like they're just almost like a display.
Right.
They don't actually sync up with the stars on the floor. The gemstones on the floor are set out in the pattern that you can see there, but the ceiling is almost like it's on the ceiling as a reminder. You think?
So the stars marked on the map are gemstones in
Yes.
tiles.
Are they just?
Inert currently.
But are the gemstones on them in a pattern of a constellation?
No, it looks like each tile has one gemstone.
Right. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And those alcoves, they're not actually doors.
They look like they're doors, but without any handle, like no way of actually opening them from this side.
Okay.
They're basically what you can see is the lines that
Yeah.
kind of outline the door, but no way of actually opening it.
So I assume that how many of those constellations are there?
5.
There's 5, and I know 3.
And there's
But we
6
don't
of
know which
these. 6 of these things, is there? These,
6.
these
There are
Doors.
6 doors, yes.
Oh, 6. Yeah.
So I was going to say perhaps
The constellation will
each
open a
constellation will
door.
open a door. Yeah.
Maybe. And maybe what's behind it, though, could be
Shit
nasties.
things. Yeah.
I believe
Traps.
the one nearest to us looks like the sickle.
Okay. But surely if it was in the correct position, it would be lit up.
Maybe we have to stand on them to light them up.
Oh, maybe. I don't like that.
There are too many of them that have funny.
Should we try standing on the sickle? So we have this one
So you've
on
got
the
this
far
one,
right
which is right in front of the door.
in front of us, and then we got the 2 to the right of that and 1 to the left. If we all stood on those, should we see what happens?
You
Yeah.
can try.
Let's
Okay.
try it.
We've got to
What do you
start
guys want to
trying
do?
something.
What do you want to do?
I'll go to the far right one.
What on this? Sorry.
So you go in there and then
So you're going to step on this one.
look to my right.
So the first thing, as soon as you step on that one,
We've got the stone.
it lights up.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got the stone.
Mhm.
Okay, it lights up.
Okay. So I've got light.
As once that one's lit up, the others, all of the others, now dimly glow, but yours is brightly lit. The dim glow of the others is just enough to illuminate that you can now see that there are all these clear tiles, almost as if it's just giving you enough light to navigate around the room.
Okay. So I'll hop to the 2 to my right.
So
The
you
far
want to go.
right corner.
That one.
That
one?
one. Yeah.
So are you going to go like there, or do you want to go here?
I will go diagonally across.
So you go there to this one.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You stand there. Nothing happens.
And then onto that star.
That star. As soon as you step on that star, well, actually no, nothing happens.
Does it illuminate or is it? Like
It doesn't illuminate.
Okay, so this one may not be a right one.
But what if someone always needs to be stood on that front
Someone
one?
stand on that
I'll
star.
stand on the
Okay.
first one then.
So Laura stands on this one.
Does it light up all of them?
It creates that dim glow.
Is my one lit up now?
No.
This could be a dud one, so the sickle may not work. I'll move straight ahead towards that next star.
Again, you move around. Nothing. Yep. You stand on it. Nothing. No change.
I guess we've got to find the next star of the constellation from the first
Yeah.
one, the root one. So these 2 do not work. Shall I just stay?
Unless. So these things, the gems, do they slide? Did you say?
It looks like that they move, but now that Cam's walking on them, it doesn't. You don't feel like you could move it. It's like a floor
right.
tile.
How
It has
about
to be
when we get the
triggered.
first one right, they all move around, and then we do the next one?
Because I wasn't sure if maybe like the one that Elora stood on is like the source one, and then the other ones we have to slide those in
Can I see if I can
formation from the
move
top
anything?
one.
You try, but it feels really solid. Like
I feel like
it feels like there's you experience with a few things. You know your way around like locks and things like that. You've encountered traps and stuff before. You've read about them. It feels like there is a mechanism to move these tiles, but you cannot move them yourself.
there's nothing in
They
this
will
room that I
move.
can
They will
see.
move if you do something.
Okay, yeah. It seems like, to me, to you. That's what I say.
You have to complete a constellation
Yeah.
for it to move.
So these 2 that I've stood on are
Crap.
incorrect.
Right.
So I reckon it could be that one in the middle, or that one to the far left?
It depends what constellation we're trying to make.
What does it look like? So
Well,
we've got
Would we have an idea
just looks like the
of the
sickle to me.
spacing? Looking at the
that
ones
one, I don't
above,
think it is the sickle because we've stood on the.
Do you have
that's
any
the problem.
idea of the spacing between?
Looks like it.
No, I mean it's
Yeah.
difficult to
There's
say.
three in a line. With a
You're looking
point
at them
to the right.
above, and they're just again. It looks like
Standing on
paintings.
them,
They have
it won't
lines.
light up or anything.
There's a vague indication of distance. Like you can tell that like the space between those two and the space between those two, like on the constellations, is different. So like the sickle, the first like curved bit of the sickle. So not the top bit. That for the
middle
so the
one.
bottom to that middle one. That thing looks more like that distance or that distance rather than that short
Right.
distance. If
Right.
that makes sense.
Cam, why don't you stand on the other one directly in front of Alora?
Okay, I will backtrack the same way
Mhm.
and then go diagonally across.
Yeah, nothing seems to change when you stand on it.
Not this one.
Hmm.
Should I go to the one
Try
to
the
the
one
far
to-
left?
Yeah. So just
So,
try
this
them all.
No, the one to the
Back.
bottom.
Down.
Down.
So you try this
That
one. So as you're walking around, the ward stone feels quite hot, as if there's power in it.
Absorbing it.
You're not sure.
I feel like me moving around, I'm protecting myself from potentially lethal things that I could have stood on had I not held this stone.
Okay, so whoever has the stone moves, then nobody else does.
What happens when I stand on this star?
Nothing happens. I mean, are you going to just try and walk around all of them, eventually stepping on all of them? So when you come to stand on this one does glow brighter.
Okay. I think the sickle is in a different direction.
Okay.
This is the end of the sickle. It's like that. So that's where Alora is. That's where I am. And then you got these two.
If I step off of that one, do both of them?
Where do you
go
step off? Do you go back in the room?
Backwards.
Yep. No, they stay.
Stays
they
on.
stay bright. Yep.
out? Okay,
So long as you keep the right.
Now that I'm on my star, I think I'm safe. So if I give the stone to the next person that
No,
moves,
no,
she's
just-
moved from the
Yeah,
original
if
star.
If you just move
So
somewhere.
you
else.
move to the
else.
next
So long
one.
as you move to the correct one, they should all stay lit
I'll
up.
go to that one.
This one,
Yeah.
and then this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you step on those two, they both light up, and the door right in front of you slides open to reveal a corridor leading on. You are now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet away from the others. Because of the dim light, the only reason you can see Cam is this ward stone is glowing bright.
There's a corridor that just opened because we did the sickle. If I stand off the star, what happens?
As you step off that last one,
I'm not going to go into the
they all
corridor.
go dark.
Does the
the
corridor
thing.
stay open?
Actually, no, it doesn't. The door starts
Okay, I'm going back
behind
in.
you. You kind of duck back in. That one lights up. These stay dark.
We have to make sure whatever constellation we choose is the
Is
right
the
corridor.
one.
Well,
That's-
How do we know which one's the right corridor?
We don't. What was the ones on the door? They're all on the door,
They're
right?
all there. There's not been a single constellation that stood
Which
out
one
from
matches
the others.
pure
Yes.
evil eternal the most?
Can I roll a check for like what I know about the constellations?
Sure, you can give me a history check. 11. Most of these, whilst you know some of them exist today, some of them you have never even heard of before. They all have different meanings, especially within deities and temples. Certain gods attribute themselves to certain constellations. Some of these seem very ancient, some of them aren't really used anymore. The bow, for example, is associated with Sehani Moonbow, a very old elven goddess. Things like the sickle you've heard about might be used by gods like Palor or Yondala, a bunch of other, but again it varies, and each god has a different attribution to each one. You think maybe if there was like a holy text, you might be able to they might describe if there was a specific god or something like that.
Everyone stay out of the room. I've got an idea. I'll see if any of the other stars are root stars, like that start a new constellation. Or we'll see if it's only
I'm
the
sure
sickle.
all 5 will.
So-
There's 6 doors. They're all going to probably
They're all
lead
gonna
to
open
something.
one. Yeah.
Do you know?
Well,
would
so
we
I
know-
relate what Mark just told us to
Yeah.
all of you. So
Okay.
basically, I believe that the constellations are related to gods. So,
Would I know what?
Trelemar, what
from
is
the
your
3
god?
that I know. Would I know? Which god? The mountain.
So the mountain is often associated with people like Moradin, god of the dwarves, Kord. Moradin and Kord tend to be the most common ones. Moradin because he is the mountain. He is the Forge Father. He protects dwarves under the mountain. Kord because he is the god of strength, about climbing them. You know, he associates the mountain is associated with him as being something to overcome.
What about the penitent man?
The penitent man tends to be worshipped by gods who are a little bit less friendly to their followers and encourages them to be very subserving.
Okay.
But
so-
there's also in cases where the penitent man represents being humble, and so things like Bahamut. There is an association with Bahamut and the penitent man in that his followers should be humble in their pursuit of good. Again, without knowing the specific teachings of a god, you don't really know. You know, for example, with Avandra, the bow represents her kind of. It represents her willingness to kind of do battle where there is evil, but also in a kind of fuck you way. Like the way that it was kind of taught to you is the bow is her challenge against authority, represented by folk tales of archers who rob from the rich and give to the poor and that sort of thing. The other ones you don't remember too much. The temple to Avandra is any place which is a safe haven for those that want to live free. So the temple can be a tavern, for example, and so a lot of times, you know, worshippers of Avandra refer to taverns as their temple, and that's the association with that constellation. You know a little bit more, but only related to Avandra specifically.
Just referring back to my patron. Do I know if
He has never given you any indication of that.
that kind of thing?
You know that he
His
has...
little realm, doesn't that?
His realm is exactly. Now that's one thing you do remember is his realm definitely has a connection to the stars, but you don't remember seeing any of these constellations there.
Right.
It's almost like he comes from a world where these constellations don't exist.
Okay.
There was a book in the library called Edicts of the Chained Darkness.
It's gonna
Or
have the
there
answer,
may
isn't it?
be a book in the library, perhaps in the case, that explains the constellations.
Then the person with the stone should open the case.
Well, off you go, Cam.
And the person with a stone
can all
should go
help.
past the statues.
Yeah,
Okay.
if we go back there, we're gonna need to do
All go together.
How
We're
about
gonna need to transfer the stone, go back.
it's worth doing? I feel like we don't have enough
I think we need
knowledge.
to learn something.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back
So you follow the
the
path
hot stone.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You head back, and then are you going to basically head back?
Also, being in the room, I could see the penitent man. I can see that symbol there.
I can see it.
I can see them all.
I can see the matrix.
I can see it all.
See everything.
It's where we start, and then down, and then boop, and then across.
I mean, looking at it, you think that all of the constellations, there is a path to all of them, and they each lead to a different door.
Figuring out which one.
all right.
Does you, by the process, you
And
have
there's an
figured that there
extra
is
door.
there is something about you need to pick the right one.
Okay, I'm
There
gonna.
is also an extra door.
And
There's
there
6
is
doors.
there is also an extra door.
I think it's a constellation that we don't know at all. It's not on the door. That would be too easy. If they put a map of it on the ceiling,
Good thinking,
Is there a
Alora.
6th constellation on the ceiling?
No.
We need to find that 6th constellation.
It's not going to be something really shitty, like going to be at the end of one of those corridors. Like it's going to tell us.
So we have to look at one constellation to find another.
Well,
I
we have
reckon
to,
it's
we have to
there.
go. We have to go through all of them to find.
Or it could be the space between the stars.
The negative space. I think that's going to be in the glass case with the demon
yeah,
face.
I think
I'm going
Let's
to
try
walk
it.
something
through.
in the library.
Oh well, walk to the edge of the corridor, roll back, and then do that whole process.
So you guys are going to repeat that whole process again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just hold on to it.
So you guys eventually make your whole way back. As you get back into the library, I need you all to make perception checks.
There is a little naked man.
26.
20.
7.
An unnatural 20.
26.
I see nothing.
Trelamar trips over his own laces.
Yeah. Actually, I think I find I don't have laces on my boots.
What man wears
Wellingtons.
What do you have? Just pull-on boots.
Yeah.
Booties.
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 What did you
Buccaneer
get?
boots.
20?
20.
6.
26.
7.
Okay, everybody except Cam
Looking at the orb.
You begin to hear what sounds like chittering.
Oh shit.
It seems to be coming from this door. And as you look over it, it sounds like it's almost scraping against the door slightly.
The door's closed though.
The door is currently closed.
Hurry up and get that thing, Cam.
Why?
Because
There's something at the door.
Barricade it.
Yeah.
Get
Can
one
we
of these
barricade?
shelves.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
can we-
push these shelves and
Someone
stuff.
help me.
do it.
So
Someone help
you
me.
guys start pushing this
Yeah.
back, so you cause this to fall back.
We have, however, just sealed off our exit from the temple.
You have. That's
Yeah, but it's
true.
only wood. We can.
We
break
put it
through
there.
that.
We can take it out.
Rotten.
And at that point, as soon as the door slams into it, you hear.
I'd rather
then it goes
that
silent.
than having whatever that was come through.
That's what you do.
I
Gonna
stand back when he's opening this case.
just
I'm going to stand by the
Clink
door
the-
to the chapel.
You
stone.
tap the
Yeah.
stone against the glass. Doesn't seem to do anything. You notice that the display case does have a small lock on it.
Gonna touch the glass. with
Yeah,
the-
you can touch it. Yeah, it's fine.
Pass me the key trail.
I bequeath you the key.
Stand
Squeaky
back,
queen.
guys.
Tap against the display case. You open up. The books inside, one of them, being a guy of money that you are, the other one, which seems to be a history of the world and the kingdom of Iraq before the Lightfall, you reckon this is probably worth quite a lot to a collector. 500, 600 gold maybe?
This book looks absolute trash. Not worth a dime. I'll hold on to it though.
So you might want to write that down that you got.
Satchel. What is it called?
Just
Diana
history
Satchel.
book, 600 gold.
Civilizations in Iraq.
Yeah, that's the one.
Wrote it down from last session, yo.
I wasn't going to give the name again because it's not
Nicely
really
done.
relevant.
I wrote it down though, so
I
that
know
makes
you
it
did.
relevant.
You always do. And then the other one does seem to be this other one, the Edicts of the Chained Darkness.
Yay. Sounds fun.
No thanks.
Sounds like a jolly
I'm
light
gonna have a
read.
flick through holding the stone.
Okay, so you have a flick through.
No one look at
I
it.
don't like when he does that.
You spend some time reading through it, and you kind of flicking through trying to find specific chapters, searching, probably I'm assuming, for something about constellations.
Guys, I can't read.
You can read. You notice, so one of the things as you're flicking through it, there is definitely one of the constellations that sticks out. It seems that the cultists of Tharizdun conducted a lot of rituals under the sign of the sickle because they believed that the chained gods used bloodletting rituals and the cutting of flesh to represent bonds being cut.
I say that back to them. The sickle,
That's the one we figured out.
the
Yeah.
one we opened.
Right.
Yep.
He's not doing it in an evil way. He's doing it. You had it right, fuckers.
You were
I'm glad we double checked.
I'm going to assume that you spent
Okay.
some time.
Yeah, can we do that again? But how are we all going to get across?
We make sure we're all. Okay, I'll go to the end star. Roll it back to you.
Now it's too far to
Yeah.
roll, 40 feet.
In the dark.
Yep.
Not even if I put light on it.
If
What
you put
if
light on it,
we-
you could roll it, but 40 feet, you'd have to really. You're
What
either
if
going to
we-
have to try and throw it, or really roll it, and you don't know.
Wait. Granomir. What if I let Granomir pick it up and fly it between us?
Good
Yeah.
idea. So I'll
Yeah.
go to the end.
Granomir just like.
So if Granomir gets on my shoulder,
Yeah.
I'll go to the end star. He takes it to
Just-
the next person who goes.
Yeah.
So eventually,
Okay.
you guys know what you're doing. We're not going to play this out. You guys follow the symbol of the sickle, and doing so leads you to a corridor, stone,
Okay.
thin corridor, 5 foot wide, quite cramped, narrow. You have to almost duck a little bit to get through it.
And small and thin.
Yeah, Laura does have a good bit of headroom above her, whereas the rest of you are a
Nice
little
and
bit
spacious, guys. What are we talking about?
stuck in.
Nice.
It curves. It takes several corners, just following this narrow corridor. As you go, occasionally there will be a gemstone that will cast a dull light, and it will just suddenly light up and send a small amount of light flowing through the corridors, kind of almost pulsing with power as you go.
This place still has a lot of power after a lot of years.
Eventually, it leads you to an open room. At the centre of this room is a large spiral staircase leading down. The stone is well kept and shows little sign of wear. 4 looming statues, hooded and holding the dark orb of black marble in their hands, stand at each corner and seem to gaze downwards.
No.
How deep do we go?
Do the hoods. Can I check the hoods to see if.
You check the hoods, and this time it is just stone. There is no
trap.
No
Shining my
trap,
light,
just,
making the shadows move.
Yep, it just like they seem to distort very oddly in here. Shadow and light it's almost as if it's in constant competition. Every time you move your thing, the shadows almost seem to leap and try and claw back the room from the light that you're spreading.
Did you say there's an orb in the middle of?
No, they are. The
They're
statues are
holding
hold,
They're
and then they're
holding.
looking down
Down.
this spiral staircase.
I guess there's no other way other than down.
Yeah. Let's
Back
try
to
down.
your homeland.
Mm.
Atrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not quite sure how far down you are. You knew you travelled a long
We
time.
travelled like
3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah, and it's been probably the amount of time you've spent in this temple, especially with all the rolling back and forward. You're probably about 6 hours since you left the graveyard. You're going to start getting tired soon.
Do we
we
rest
rest
when
here?
we know
Rest.
it's safe before we go down?
Yeah.
It's like a Diablo level.
Can we do it in shifts?
You want to rest here?
Elves
In
got 4
shifts.
hours, right?
Okay.
So,
Yep,
drown-
so-
if Trell and I slept for 4 hours,
You sleep for 4 hours, but
We
then
then
to fully
rest
rest, you
before.
spend 4 hours like just doing non.
yeah.
but being
busy
aware of the
activity.
surroundings.
Yes,
We
you
can
were
still be
awake.
aware.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if you two take shifts, I'll sleep through the whole thing because I'm only human.
Tiefling also needs to sleep through the whole thing as well.
What about the chittering?
We blocked the
We-
door.
Yeah, we blocked it, didn't we?
Yeah, but we don't
It
know what's
strikes me
happening.
that this dungeon has many entrances and exits.
The corridor closed, right?
It did when you step through it as the last one.
So nothing should come through.
Yeah.
But
Should.
is there
And
any
it doesn't
other
have the stone,
entrances,
so
exits?
Just
chances
a spiral
are it could
staircase. leading down.
spring a trap and get
Gonna
killed.
give the stone to Trell, whoever's taking first watch. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are going to take a long rest, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, do any of you have food?
Yeah, we have it in our
got
Yes.
packs.
rations. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just make sure you note off that.
In my explorer's.
So the Explorer's Pack has 10 days of rations. So let's just note that you're down to about 9.
We've been in a lot of cities and
You've
stuff.
been into
so-
a lot of cities, so I'm not going to say. I'd say you would have stocked up before
Lot of
you left on
taverns.
this journey. So you have 10 days worth of food.
Down to
This
9.
might start becoming relevant. Ooh dear.
Good to know.
Thanks, Trell.
This feels like House of Leaves. Did you read House of Leaves? You seem like a man who would read House of
I've
Leaves.
not read House of Leaves.
Right, I'm going to lend it to you. You're going to read
Okay.
it after this.
Sounds good.
Anyone have more terrible?
I like
Will
books.
read it.
I love books. So you guys take a long rest.
Those
Get the
two.
old percentile dice out here. Nothing to worry about. Okay.
You're quiet.
During your watch, Laura sleeps. The rest of the group are all sleeping. Bedrolls rolled out. It's quiet, deathly quiet. It's not been this quiet for a very long time. There is no ambient sound. There are no animals. There is nothing. Occasional breathing, little light snoring from Cam. That's about it. You begin. Your vision doesn't necessarily get hazy, but you begin hearing the familiar voice in your head. Good, Trelemar. You are coming closer to my temple. You have passed through the first gauntlet, but your true trial begins below. 4 hours pass. Elora, you come out of your trance. You see Trelemar there, starting to look a bit tired, dark circles, well, as much as you can tell, under his eyes. You two switch, you fall into a trance, it's peaceful, there are no nightmares, there are no voices this time. The occasional glimpse of the figure on this glassy lake with the stars above him, but nothing more. During yours, give me a perception check.
It's always during mine. 22.
You start to hear something coming up from the spiral staircase.
I instantly shake people awake.
Well, what you start hearing as you start moving up to awaken people is. It sounds almost like singing.
Nope, I'm gonna wake people anyway.
One day. Echoing
Wake up,
up.
wake up,
and
wake
it
up, wake up.
echoes. You guys, Elora wakes you up.
There's somebody here.
Echoing up from the spiral staircase.
Wow.
You do not count as having a long rest currently, unless you go back to sleep.
I'm gonna shine the stone down there. See what we can see.
You shine the stone down. A very long, deep-looking, perfectly circular shaft of just a winding staircase.
Very
So I
tired.
can't see anything else.
It just seems to. You just see stone stairs.
It's probably okay.
And as you start looking down, the singing and the laughter stops.
Hello?
Hello, 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 hello.
You can go back to sleep. I guess I'll just
Maybe go.
watch again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I'd say that it's not enough. Like you've not had to engage in combat. So as long as you go back to sleep, you finish off the last sort of like 3 hours. You have a long rest.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So you guys have a long rest. You actually have no more disturbances.
All right. Cool. I have my slots back.
Have you got a rubber?
What?
Mark, have you got a rubber?
I do have rubber.
Thank you.
Rubber.
Eraser.
So, you feel quite stiff. Your body aches from sleeping on bedrolls on stone. You eat what little rations that you have. You drink water from your water skins.
Jerky's not what it cut out to be.
Yeah, jerky, dried fruit, nuts, trail stuff.
Gonna cast aid on everybody this morning to try and lift the spirits and also give them temporary 5 hit points.
5
for
temporary hit
8
points for
hours.
everyone for 8 hours.
You take it.
No, it's for everybody. Well, yeah.
No,
actually.
you take it.
It's not for you.
because-
Awkward.
Laura has the ultimate in temporary hit points,
That's true.
called Bear Form.
Yeah.
So I'll take what you need.
So yeah. Meow. Glowy hair.
Okay.
Temporarily.
Oh, it's empty. I'm not actually just flipping it over.
Okay.
There's nothing there.
It's just a void.
That's
I guess
what
we
we're
go
descending
down.
into.
Okay.
Is my light still on the stone?
You have to recast if it's a cantrip.
There we go.
Maybe the.
I would say you two were using torches previously. You're kind of, torches only last an hour, so you probably
I
saved
don't
some
think
of
I've
them.
used any.
I think you used one
I
initially.
used-
I know you both used one when you first came in, and I think you had another one. So you're down about 2 torches. You're down 1 torch. Again,
I think I
maybe
used
come
one.
relevant
Can I
as well.
see with my
No, I
low
think
light
you used it
vision?
and I didn't.
As long as he
Yeah.
has his light spell,
Yeah.
yes. But
Okay.
if there is perfect darkness, you can't see.
I will not light a torch.
No, okay, so
Just,
you've got your light
just use
spell.
my orb.
Okay.
And the elves, they can see.
Yep.
Let's follow you guys. Trial, go first. It's your freaking temple.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to go first. So you start going down the steps. You currently have the ward stone, right? Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh fuck. Quick, throw me the thing.
Nope.
Too late.
Oh.
Too late, bro.
It's gonna go into a fucking spiral slide. Yay!
No.
19.
So, Trenamar takes a few cautious steps. You start making your way down just before the next behind you goes to step on the
I
first
should
one.
really give you this stone.
Click, and you, within an instant, quick reactions, you feel the step slot down into a slide. You throw yourself backwards and catch your hand onto the lip of the stairs as the stairs just into a slide weaving down.
Well, now how are we going to get down?
And you pull yourself back up.
We're going to have to go down.
Thank you. I'm sure that would be quite quicker, if we slid down.
After about a minute, the stairs will be set.
If we slide down like that, what's to say that we don't slip into the middle, down into the big old hole?
No, it has like a stone pillar down the middle, so it's actually just
Well,
rotating
then let's
out.
slide down. We don't know what's at the
No.
end.
You first.
Yeah, you can go if you want.
I
do
shall
want
use your
to.
corpse as a cushion.
It might just go into a giant furnace or something. at the
Savantras
end.
teachings, fortune favours the bold.
Evandra would like this. I'm gonna walk forward.
Really? So you just step down, dexterity saving throw, or you can choose not to make it.
I'm gonna do this and jump
Just
down.
like
Oh my
you
god.
will watch as
Oh my
Cam.
god.
Evandra told me to!
You slide for not super long, maybe a few minutes. You slide down for a few minutes, just spiraling around.
Right, ever.
You feel like your cape trailing behind you, just like you're flapping your bandana, flapping your hair flying
I'm gonna
behind
cast guidance on myself.
you. You
on the
can't,
way
as
down.
you're flying down, you're like, wee! And I think we'll take a quick break there.
Oh,
Take a 5-minute break. We're going to take a 5-minute break, guys. We'll be back. We're just going to let everyone pee and grab some drinks, and then we'll be back.
That was
So,
a bad idea, wasn't it?
Yep.
We'll
it
find
was.
out.
Of course it was.
But you guys...
You can turn into a bird, can't you? Can you turn into a bird at the last minute?
Hello, welcome back to High Rollers. Sorry for that slightly longer break. People make tea and take ages going to the loo.
Milk was
So
The milk
I was
wheel.
back here ages ago.
I wasn't saying it. It's just
I go to the shops. and
There'll
get
be
more.
lots of people in the comments like, "Who said it was a 5-minute break and they actually took 8 minutes 32 seconds?"
It's
Thank you,
because
Mum.
Mark's a liar.
Yeah, it's because I'm lying.
I'm kidding,
Trot,
just catching Pokemon.
roll me some percentile dice, please.
What's a percentile dice?
That is a D10 plus a D100 to work out a result from 1 to 0 to 100.
50.
50 bang on.
Bang on.
Cool. So, when last we left, the group had made their way through the upper temple of Tharizdun and had discovered, after a few series of trapped rooms, which they navigated very well. They used their cunning and ingenuity
And note taking.
note taking to get through without triggering some pretty nasty traps. However, they came across a stone spiral staircase from which they could hear what sounded like singing and laughter coming from below, and they took a long rest. And then they discovered that the stairs transformed into a slide as part of a trap. Chelamar narrowly avoided it, and Cam proceeded to jump down it with abandon and whee!
It was
his
a
way
good
down.
idea.
Cam, you pick up a lot more speed than you were expecting, and you basically come flying out of this chute, which would have once been a stairway leading down into a larger room. Woo! Are you going to try and do something like what I think you're probably going to try and do?
Yes.
Okay.
So many cards.
Give me just a very quick dexterity saving throw to see how quickly your reaction.
With my guidance.
Yes, with guidance. Yes, you can use that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fuck. 5.
5.
Oh god.
You start summoning the power of your cloak. You know how to activate its magic, but you're going a lot faster than you realise. You shoot out of the slide, and actually you find that it's actually angling you down into a pit. You slam against the side of the stone wall at quite tremendous speeds. Take 3 points of damage, and as you begin falling, you then summon the magic to transform into a raven. As a raven, you flap around. You can see that the pit that it would have deposited you in is about 20 foot deep. At the bottom, there were once spikes, but it looks like that they were very crudely made, and a number of bodies have broken them. You would have landed on the bodies, but not actually onto spikes themselves. And you can see that there is actually a few bits of treasure, it looks like, down inside this pit. You flap your way down. You can see that there is a number of corpses, drow corpses. They wear leather armor.
Are they
have-
fresh?
not fresh, no.
Like mummified?
These are like, very ancient, very decrepit. Look like they've been here for a while. Mainly like bones, but there's quite a lot of them that have just piled up on these spikes and stuff.
How many?
But quite a few. Like, it's quite hard for him to tell in his raven form. He's kind of like they're all piled on top of each other. But their armor is also like, soften the blow of like these spikes, like push the spikes down and stuff like that.
It's about like Blackpool, yeah.
There are. What you notice is that one of them has at least like a coin pouch, which you think looks like it's got some coins in it. And one of them seems to be carrying a potion, like a vial, just poking out of one of its tubes.
One of my Ravenclaws pick that up?
The potion, yes. The coin pouch, no.
I'll take the potion.
And then you just flap
Rest it on the edge
Okay.
so that my human self can take it. But I'm going to stay as a raven for now.
Okay,
And wait for
so
the
you just
others. And have a little look around.
So after a minute of Cam sliding down, the stairs reset. What are the rest of you doing?
Idiot.
You hear wee.
How long does it take him to slide down?
6 seconds. It's very quick. Maybe 12 seconds.
I had this just image of the slide turning back into steps midway.
It's very quick.
Well, I've got the thing, haven't I? Well, I guess.
Miss Alora, can you not transform into some flying?
I guess
Spider.
if I go down,
You
I
can
can
be a
then
spider.
I can get Granamir to fly the stone back up to you guys.
I mean, you can also do stuff. You got your little.
I
banjo
might
now.
want to.
No, I'm just as a friendly reminder.
I know
that-
very
okay.
well what I can do
Alright,
here.
In that case, I'll shut up.
So
After a minute, even
It's
as a
not a
raven,
banjo.
you can sort of like peck at the potion vial. You know roughly what it is. It is a potion of stone giant strength.
Nice.
You used yours.
I miss it. I lifted Korak. It was great. The bodyguard was playing in my head.
So you're going to head down It takes you a while actually descending it, physically.
Properly.
And then you send Granamir up, he flies the stone up, and eventually you all descend. There is a bird.
Oh my god, there's a bird. Let's
Now-
kill it.
After a minute, when you hear the stone reset, the flooring of the floor kind of locks back in place. So these guys will come down. You see a raven just on the ground.
Kill it!
And the rest of, and then the room itself leads into a large stone chamber that your light actually fails to fill completely. The stone floor is dusty. There is a quiet stillness in the air. In the dim light, you can see black shapes ahead of you, seemingly knelt in prayer on the edge of your light, and a large structure at the center of the room looms before you. You couldn't really see much because it was pitch black down here when you were your raven. So as they come down with the now glowing stone, it now begins to fill the room, and you can see these vague kneeling shapes around a middle kind of.
Are they people or
structure.
statues?
So you need to get closer to them.
Oh.
They just look like figures knelt in prayer.
I'll scuttle over as a raven.
This little raven hops over. You can actually now see they're actually skeletons. Like they're ancient and they've been positioned like they're not really holding arms. They're just kind of like this, and then
Okay.
they've got these tattered black robes over them.
I'm gonna come back to the group, caw a lot in their faces. Just be really annoying for a bit. And then pop back as Cam. It was me the whole time.
About a minute of your raven time.
I don't think I've met a more annoying raven.
Are we going to pick up the potion and put it in my backpack? There's a coin pouch in the thing you're standing over, by the way. That's a pit with lots of corpses and skeletons
I'm
under
going
there.
to step off the pit.
You're like, whoop!
I just feel like we could
No,
probably
Can
open it
I
up.
hook the coin pouch out with my Gwendal?
Oh, you can't get to it. Like the floor
The
is like
floor's come back up.
resealed,
Oh, right.
basically.
Yeah. Also, those kneeling figures, they're skeletons that are dead, being put there, or they died there, or
Do you
that's
think it
close.
was people who followed that?
Maybe it was another blood sacrifice or some shit.
What's that in front of them? What are they?
So do you want to move closer? Because it's kind of like you're seeing
Yeah.
in dim light.
Let's go.
As you move closer to it, you can see that it is a large obelisk made of black marble, jutting from a stone plinth, a stone platform, sorry. You can see that embedded into this black obelisk is a symbol, the inner spiral of Tharizdun made of ruby, and it's impressed into the stone obelisk itself. At the base of the stone obelisk is a stone bowl, and you can see again the blood channels running to this bowl as if it is to pool blood at the bottom, at the base of the obelisk itself.
Nice. So it was
Can
another
we see any
sacrificial
blood
symbol.
coming from the figures?
No. They are actually outside of the platform. They're actually kneeling in prayer around the stone platform itself.
So maybe they aren't the sacrifices, maybe
They
there's
were just
something else.
observing.
Maybe
Maybe
it's
just
following.
worshipping. aren't they?
Worship till they die. That's some dedication.
You can also see, Trina, as you move closer, there are two more figures over by a stone pillar, which is just a support pillar leading up to the very tall ceiling. You notice that those figures wear leather armor. You can see very old-looking blades by their side. Skeletal again, but you can definitely see that their features are much more elven. You suspect probably drow, judging by their black leather armor. No crests or symbols on it. They just appear to be wearing some sort of armor and had weapons nearby.
Can I stealth over to them? Just have a little
Just give me a stealth check.
investigate.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
will also say, bearing in mind how magical this place is, maybe we should dismantle these skeletons in case they come back.
Come
or
back
something.
to life. Oh yeah, that's a good
I'm going
idea.
to take all their
Stealth check.
skulls off.
So you start. Bonk.
Sorry,
16.
sorry.
16.
Yeah.
As you're going over to do that, as Trelemar moves over to these bodies, you notice, they appear to be, skeletal, elven features, elven bone structure, leather armor. No apparent symbols on the armor, but you notice that there's too many swords near them. They each have a sword in their hands, but there is a third sword, short sword. And on the blade, you notice the symbol of the eclipsed sun. And as you spot it, you feel a very familiar sensation as your vision begins to blur,
Oh,
the
great.
world begins to go black, and suddenly you are unconscious.
Nice.
When you awake again, things have that similar, familiar but strange sensation. You are in the same stone room that you once were, but there are no more bodies in front of you. Behind you, You turn around blearily, vision still somewhat blurred. The skeletal figures in the robes aren't kneeling, they're just scattered around the room, laying on the ground, not placed, not posed in any way. And you see 3 familiar elven drow forms looming over you. You've all noticed that Zan has collapsed once again. He's been acting strangely ever since you left the surface. You've all taken your moment to have a short rest, and again, you recognise their faces. These are the same 3 that you saw before in your vision, some sort of past life or past vision, you're not quite sure which. And you begin to come to.
I'm gonna be shaking him. Zan, wake up.
What?
Seriously, you can't keep falling asleep like this.
Oh, it's you again, isn't it?
It doesn't look good to the other 2.
I'm standing with my arms folded at the other side of the room, staring at him.
We've got work to do. Get up.
I will pick myself up.
You pick yourself up.
Just wait for orders.
Nix, get away from him.
Sorry. Sorry.
Sana, you're okay.
Back away.
Glad you could rejoin us.
Yeah.
Is there
sorry
a
about that.
problem?
No problem.
It seems to be happening more frequently.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well,
He is just
We'll see.
tired, Zaylin. We are all tired.
yeah, that's
It's taken a long
it's a
time
long
to
walk
get
from
to
the
this
surface.
place.
Well, you are lucky that you got this far. You very narrowly escaped that last trap.
No thanks to you.
I have done my best to get us this far. Concentrate.
Yes, ma'am.
You can see Nyx, when Zaylin, the drow with the red hair, metal armor, you can see a whip at her side and a blade in a sheath. Nyx is very nervous around her. The male drow, he has scars all up of his arms. You remember scars all around his neck as well. Very nervous around, especially the 2 female drow. Seems very, very uncertain. You're beginning to learn their names. You remember the one in the armor who was berating you is Zaylin. She seems to have a very deep connection to this figure on the lake, who you assume is your patron. The male is Nyx, and then the other female, who seems to be quite concerned with you and is constantly kind of watching you, is called Ylwis.
I'm gonna take Zan to one side
Okay.
and just whisper, "You noticed that Ylwis has been leaving marks all the way down here, scratches and stuff,
What on the temple?
on the way down the temple here."
Do you think it's some sort of? Is it a guide for someone else?
I don't know. I don't want to ask.
I walk over and
I back away.
It's like, you like busy
I'm
yourself.
just directly staring
Sorry.
at Nyx.
Uh-huh.
Just like back away from him.
Right away. Yes. Sorry.
And literally I'm just putting myself between those
Okay.
2 and I'm staring this one down.
Okay.
So, what's our next move now that we're here?
We have to go through the Garden of Stone, which, as you know, can be dangerous. We've lost many people there, and I don't intend to lose any of you now. Let's just stick together, keep alert. We've had a bit of a rest. Be prepared.
You both know the way that this works is there's always one who is assigned to guide you to the surface. In this case, it's Zaylin. You know that she's favoured by the figure in some way, serves almost as a cleric of his. She's led you so far, and you're not quite sure of the routes. You've heard of the Garden of Stone. It's kind of an area, it's like a large underground cavern. You're not quite sure why it's called that. What you do know is that the other members of your temple, the other members of the group that serve the figure, are very wary of it. It's kind of become a bit of a horror story, but you know it's one of the only routes through to the surface, and it's something you have to brave to go on your missions.
Everybody prepare yourself. If you need to take a moment now, before we leave.
If I may speak, I feel like there's something here that's been watching us this whole time, and I think we need to be careful of our backs. If we were to go deeper into this thing, you know, you've all heard the stories. Just gotta be careful of things.
As Nick says that, you begin to hear something. As a orb begins to descend from the darkness in the sky. Your vision blurs, begins to turn black, and you collapse. When you awaken, You watch, it seems almost as if merely seconds have passed, despite it being perhaps 10, 20 minutes in your previous vision. You watch as Cam walks over. You two have moved a bit closer. You're just waking up here. It's not like you fell down this time. You actually managed to hold yourself up, but it's your vision almost like you were taken away for a moment. As you reach out to touch one of their heads, "What are you doing?" You hear this voice call out in the darkness.
Removing heads from skeletons.
"Do not remove the heads of my friends!"
Wait, that's not Trell, is it?
Cam, that's the
No,
voice
no,
we
no.
heard.
I heard that voice before. I heard that.
As you guys are talking, a large orb descends from the dark recesses of the ceilings. You're not quite sure where it's emerged from, only that your light doesn't quite extend far enough out to cover whatever the ceiling is above. It is a large eyeball, large central eye with 4 stalks, each ending in their own eye, that floats in the air. It hovers down, large mouth with pointed teeth, swivels to look at all of you. "This is my realm. What are you doing here?" "Silence, you!" And it looks to like a side where there's nothing. It just looks at like an empty space. It's like, "Quiet! I am speaking to them." And then it looks back. Its movements are very quick, despite just being this large, floating, one singular eye with these stalks with little eyes on it. "Who are you?"
Trell?
"What are you doing here?"
I'm looking for a mask.
"A mask? No masks here, unless you seek the mask of deception."
Possibly.
"A liar, are you?" And it floats back up into the
Oh no,
air.
I'm not lying.
"Ah, but you say you claim for the mask of deception. That's a liar's mask. And what of you? Demon child? What are you doing here? You dare enter my realm?
I am the Drow's protector.
Drow? Not a fan. Bastards, all of them."
Why?
Flies around. "Why? They're Drow. Deceptive. Traitorous. They do not serve Tharizdun. They do not serve me. I am mighty.
Do you serve Tharizdun?
I am Tharizdun.
Oh.
I am Tharizdun. Chained one. Summoned into this realm.
Nah.
What?
I don't believe it.
You dare? You dare? I should turn you to stone. I should disintegrate you to dust. I should paralyze you and feed you to the ghouls.
Don't heed the Drow. He's clearly deceiving you once again.
Yes, mask of deception. Liar.
Mighty Tharizdun.
No,
Good. This one knows. But do not touch my friends. You were to remove their heads. Why?
I was to respectfully pray for their service to your almighty eyeball.
This
Give me a
mighty
persuasion
eyeball,
check.
Cam, is just all talk.
Trell! Oh shit, rolled 2.
You are a flatterer. No better than the mask of deception. What of you, elf queen, elf princess? You have a smell of royalty. I have no nose. I can smell it on you. Tharizdun claims you are in his realm. You must answer his questions.
Yes, what would you like to know?
Why are you here?
I followed my friend here. I'm trying to help him.
Ah, friends. Like mine they are. And he kind of gestures with his eyeballs to these skeletal figures.
These are your friends?
Yes!
Your
Very
friends are
quiet. Very
This
silent.
isn't.
They're
This
dead.
isn't Tharizdun.
Yes, but that does not matter. What is life? Nothing.
What happened to your friends?
Oh, they died long ago.
But how?
The Drow bastards.
Is that why you dislike them?
No, I dislike them because they are bastards.
This creature, whatever it may be, is not Tharizdun. It makes complete sense.
I would
These-
suggest you still your tongue, bastard.
These
Anger the giant.
One of its eyeballs points over to one of the Drow corpses, and a beam fires out of it and covers it in a sickly grey-green light. And you watch as the leather begins to peel away. The bonds that are holding the leather together begin to wither and rot and die as it descends. I should do that to you next if you question the mighty Tharizdun.
I think you're more of a guardian for this place. Perhaps a guardian for the Garden of Stone?
The Garden of Stone.
What are you talking about?
They have spoken of this,
Explain later.
the bastards. Anyway, irrelevant, and he floats up in the air and spins around. I am Tharizdun, you are in my realm. You must respect me. or I shall consume your life.
What do you wish?
What do I wish? I wish to ask you questions. You must answer them.
Go ahead.
You have stated why you are here. Where have you come from?
Surely the great Tharaston would know.
I am asking questions. You must answer them. The mighty Tharaston does not play your games. You play his.
I thought
He
the mighty
floats
Tharaston
around
was
a bit.
all-knowing.
Yes, but I wish to know that you know.
We know.
You can make insight checks. All of you can make insight checks.
14.
15.
15?
14.
14.
7.
15 did you get?
14.
You got 15. You got 15. This thing is fucking insane. I got that. It does not know what it's talking about. The way that it looks around, it's almost as if it's talking to people that aren't here as well. It's constantly like watching, like all of its 4 eye stalks are looking around it. Yeah, this thing is bonkers mad. Knowing what you saw in the vision as well, you think it's placed these figures in this kneeling pose. You think it's set this up. It's almost like it's trying to create something. I wish to know what you know. Where have you come from? Tell me.
Above.
Above? Long, long ago, the above land was. Yes.
Why did you place the bodies in this formation around this
Why? Why? They must worship the mighty Tharaston. This is my symbol. Yes, I believe.
But they weren't like that before. They were dead. They were scattered around the room.
How do you know that?
Again, I'll explain later.
The deceptive one speaks truth, but the mighty Tharaston does not need to explain himself. The mighty Tharaston is a god. I am lord of this realm.
If you were lord of this realm, mighty Tharasdun, you wouldn't be chained to this temple. You would be free.
As you say chained to the temple, he flies around and he gets very agitated. He's like, chained? I am the chained one. Yes, yes, Tharaston. Yes, you have confirmed who I am.
You seem very mobile for someone who's supposed to be chained to this temple.
No, yes, no. And it's like, shut up, be quiet, you. I'm free. I must be resummoned. They must banish me back. Banish me back.
Banish you?
They summoned Tharaston. They brought me here. Long ago.
Who brought you here?
My friends. And he floats
These
down.
friends who are dead?
Yes. Long ago they brought Tharaston to this realm. How long has it been? I don't know. Yes, 5? No, 6. 800 years? No, it cannot be.
Who's your other friend you're talking to?
Ah, this is Bahamut, Platinum Dragon.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, he says hello.
That's nice.
You can't see him. He's invisible.
No, I'm
But a
glad.
special type of invisible.
What type?
Only I can see him.
Ah,
Okay.
of course.
Is he always here with you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Sometimes he must do god things, but we are friends. He has tea.
Do you have any other friends?
No. You are. I perhaps would consider claiming you as friends, but you are rude. I do not like it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Do you have any more questions?
Tell me your names.
My name is Juto.
Juto. What of this one? And he flies right into Cam's face. This big looming eye. It's probably about this wide.
Not a huge thing then,
Not huge.
but it's a big old eye.
In fact, you can give me a history check or an arcana check.
No.
Nope.
2.
I mean, you've heard of beholders. You think
I'm
this is-
terrified.
This is a beholder. You've heard story that they can disintegrate men to ash. They can turn you to stone. They are intelligent. But the thing, what you've heard about them is that they are intelligent, cruel creatures that are like masters of their realm. This thing looks fucking insane.
I'm Cam Buckland.
Cam Buckland. And one of the eye stalks comes right close, almost like into your mouth. You have a pretty mouth. I like it. You speak good words.
Thank you.
Your name?
Elora?
Elora. And mask of deception, betrayal, liar.
Trelamar Elif.
I do not believe you. You're a liar.
Mighty Tharasdun.
Yes, you speak with the appropriate tone. This is acceptable.
4 drow passed through here many years ago.
Four drow.
They went by the names of Zaylin, Nyx, Yulis,
What's he talking
and
about?
Zan.
The names do not remind me of such, but I remember 4 came a long time. Yeah. And he seems to get enraged. Yes! Them bastards attacked the mighty Thariston, they did. Tried to deceive me. Fled through the tunnel, but I've blocked it up. Can't let anybody else get out, can I?
Yeah.
Tunnel? Where would this tunnel be? If you
Oh,
hadn't blocked-
you'd like to know, wouldn't you, little deceiver, bastard drow?
Oh, maybe
I
we
need-
could. Maybe we could find them for you.
Oh, make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Oh, that wasn't 19. Hang on. Persuasion. No, that's just a 19.
19. Oh, find the bastards! But would you kill them? You look too nice. I want them dead. They attacked me. Rude!
Look at us. We'd definitely kill them.
We could. I am a druid.
Give me an intimidate, but with deception, because this tiny small elf.
Disadvantage, yeah. So. 3.
You are too nice. But what about you? Make an
Do not be
intimidate check.
deceived by her outward appearance, mighty Tharis.
You are a bastard!
I am going to turn into a bear.
Bear! 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 And he just shouts. He's like, Bahamut, kill the bear!
No, it's Alora.
He is struggling.
I
You are
growl.
mighty. He cannot penetrate your fur. You are truly a god of bears.
God of bears. Yes.
You may claim I may send you to fight the bastards.
Thank you.
He floats over and you see this big eye fly over to the stone and his eyes begin like and it starts melting away part of the rocks and just blasting
I'm
it
just
away
gonna
with
mouth
like
what
fire.
the fuck to the rest of the group.
Yes! Now it is clear.
Okay, leave it open.
But you must return to mighty Thariston.
Yes.
I wish you must return, you must kill the bastards. Bring them to me, I wish to see their faces. Dead.
Okay. We can do that. What if they're already dead?
What?
Because you blocked them in here.
There's no point sending you back. And he floats into the hole that he's just created. He's like, no! You may not leave if they're already dead.
It's a good
That cannot
point.
be happen.
The whole reason we're down here is to fight the drow. Silly me.
Give me a deception check.
Oh god. 19.
Natural 1. Oh!
Yeah, we are sent.
You are bastard killers.
Yeah.
Who floats back out? Be on your way!
With pleasure.
Oh, mighty Thariston.
Demon child, what?
One more question for a great and powerful and handsome god as yourself.
You have spent too much time with this human and his fake words. I do not like it. Speak true!
I was wondering if in your wisdom of this realm,
Scroll of Greater.
do you know where I can find a greater scroll of restoration?
Magic scrolls! She may have some. My enemy, my ancient enemy, she who sends her minions to kill me, claim my eyes.
Lolth.
Hmm?
Lolth, perhaps?
No, goddess of the bastards, she does not bother with Thariston, she knows I am too strong. I speak of the queen,
The queen.
the queen of the Garden of Stone.
What can you tell me of this queen?
I know little. She sends her dark dwarves to cut me and stab me, but I do not let them.
It sounds unfair and unjust. What if we were to sort this queen out?
I would be grateful. The mighty Thariston would be your ally, and a powerful one I am. Tamed god, eternal darkness. Yes, that's me. Bahamut, be quiet.
That sounds fantastic. Would there be a greater scroll of restoration in it?
She may have one. I do not. But you would do this for your mighty god, wouldn't you, demon child? Yes.
How do we get to this Garden of Stone?
Through the tunnel, bastard deceiver! Fool! Where do you think they come from? They don't come from my mouth. Bah!
Wow. Okay, well, you're quite right. I am a fool.
Yes,
Mighty
good.
Thariston.
You are wise to listen to me, deceiver.
I've already left into the tunnel.
And you're like, whoop.
Fuck
Yep.
this.
Cam's just like, goodbye, shiny-haired one.
The bear's just
Bye.
going to nudge Juto along a bit. Go towards the
I'm just going to be
tunnel
staring at Thariston while we.
Big eye just watches you the whole time.
I'm giving it the stare back, not the death stare, but like the kind of I don't know what you are stare.
As he does that, he follows you for a time, and then he snaps back to the four figures. Bahamut, get our friends together. We must celebrate a party.
Oh god.
Literally.
Right, yeah, off into the tunnel.
You guys head out.
Oh my
You
God.
you avoided that. That was pretty fun.
See, when you said when it was a beholder, Mark, I could have like literally killed you.
Well, was it a beholder?
Was it?
Was it a beholder?
He rolled
right.
low.
So, you guys make your way into a stone tunnel. It looks like it's been carved. Unlike the worked stone, this looks like it's a raw tunnel that actually blasted into the room that you were previously in, the one with Tharizdun. And it winds down and far. You probably spend another 2 hours travelling through these ancient caverns, only through the light of Cam's power.
At this point, I'm going to walk in front of the party, turn around, and stop. There is one person here who has not given us all the freaking information that clearly has more. Trell, you knew about the Garden of Stone? You
Right.
knew about Four
Did you
Drow?
have another one of your little moments?
As we entered that room and I investigated the bodies of the drow, I had another one of my visions of the past.
Right.
So there were 4 drow. Zaylin, Nyx, Ulyss, and Zan. Now I was in Zan's place. And they were looking for the entrance to the Garden of Stone when this Tharizdun eyeball character came along. And then I came back to the present. But that is all I know.
So we're retracing their steps.
It would appear so. But one of the drow, this Ulyss, was apparently leaving marks on her way down through the temple. Now, I don't know if she was leaving marks for someone else to come and follow her, you know, to try and avoid the traps. Who knows?
So we should keep a lookout for these
Could we?
marks.
Do we see any marks in this tunnel?
Well, no, you think... Well, you have seen marks, not in this tunnel. There were the marks, the symbol of the eclipsed sun. You find it occasionally carved. As you go through the corridor, you do see another one. It doesn't trigger a vision. It does just faintly seem to be carved into the stone. You have encountered them, like at the entrance to the mausoleum leading down. You encountered another one actually leading in.
So perhaps this drow was a double agent. Perhaps this person actually served Tharizdun, and it was all a deception.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
And so she was leading her friends into a trap.
Then we should be very careful, because we could find all the dead drow in here. Let's be very cautious then.
Cool. But yes. But if
It
I
would
have
have been good to have told us that.
Well, I didn't really have
We've
much
been walking for 2 hours down this windy corridor, you didn't speak up.
I didn't have the chance. By the time I came back round, bloody Tharizdun eyeball man came along and was
After that, we've
Talking-
been winding down this tunnel for hours.
Been lost in, you've been kind of also trying to be aware of things like traps and attacks and stuff like that. Like, you're not just been walking in silence, you've been actively trying to stay alive. Are we boring you?
Tharizdun has worn me out, man.
So, you guys continue heading on, and eventually, these winding caves, you begin to breathe in fresh air. You begin to smell life, and you begin to see light up ahead. You emerge from one of these caverns into an enormous cavernous kingdom. Fertile underground land, vegetation, greenery. You begin to smell fresh air. You hear water. And this cavern is enormous. You begin to see bioluminescent plants that are crawling along the ceiling of the cavern actually descend a bit of light into it. And you look upon, if you were on the surface, you'd mistake it for a valley, a kind of deep rut into the cavern itself with patches of almost like forests made of mushrooms, or small villages. A village you can see up ahead made of stone buildings just seem to fill this large open space. And one of these, you can see as you emerge out into this large kind of open cavern valley, there is a worn path, a dirt path that seems to lean down. It's not well looked after, and you have to climb down parts of it at some point. But eventually you come along, and ahead of you in the dark, lit by this kind of weird bioluminescent fungus that seems to like grow along some of the walls, that gives out a softly green glow. You see along this kind of pitched road, which seems to be leading you towards this village of stone buildings, there is a small figure, grey skin, large eyes, tatty white hair, kind of wearing rough-looking ragged clothes, but with lots of belts and pouches and bags, and it's being attacked by 2 creatures. worm-like creatures with 4 tentacles and like beaks, almost like that of an octopus or an owl or a bird of some sort. They are basically trying to grab this creature who's managed to hide itself in between 2 rocks, and these creatures are trying to slap it with these tentacles and snap at it. And you can hear its voice, "Get away! Bugger off!" And just fighting away at these things.
Let it die.
Scott, get off! Stabs and kick.
Can't just let someone die.
Why?
Something.
We're in this crazy mushroom land.
Well, it might do us some favors to be on someone's good side. Here.
Do they look like a queen?
They don't. They look like some sort of weird... They look very similar to Loban, actually, in that they have very short stature, but not as small as a halfling. Dark grey skin, almost like a rocky complexion to it. Just thin white hair. You can see that they've got some sort of like stone-looking dagger, and they're desperately trying to fight off this tentacle creature.
Didn't Faraz Dun say that his enemy was sending small dark creatures? And if
The
they
drow?
are not the drow,
You just hear a cry, and you see one
But-
of these tentacles wrap around the creature's leg, and it starts dragging it out from the rock, and it's desperately
but if
trying to
it's
hold
from
on.
if this enemy is from the Garden of Stone and this is a little stone man, perhaps if we save
I
his
think
life,
I run towards
they
the
might
monsters
lead us to
and
where we need to go.
swing
Yeah.
the Gwanda.
Okay, Juto, as you're speaking, darts off.
Board
Gwendal
now.
comes out.
I'm gonna
You
knock it out.
strike the one that's got its tentacle wrapped around the leg. Give me an attack roll with advantage because you have surprised it.
Can I knock an arrow and shoot as well?
Yep, you could, but only you two, the two of you, so you can do that as well.
We were just chatting about whether
Yeah.
to save them or not.
Well, it's just more like it's taken you by surprise.
18.
18 to hit, yeah. So this thick worm has like a very tough outer skin, but the Gwandal slashes through it.
7.
7 damage. Would you like to enter a poison damage?
Yes.
Okay.
D
D6.
2.
2, so that was 9
9.
total. The Juto's Gwandal slices through this thick, kind of almost rubbery-like outer layer of this worm creature. This like screech comes out of its beak, and it turns around, and you can see that it's let go of this little creature who scampers back into the rocks, and the two turn on Juto. Everybody give me initiative. Do you want to make your attack roll as well?
Can I do my second attack as well?
No, because you kind of caught it by surprise, and now it's going to react like
22 to hit.
22 to hit, yeah.
20.
Okay, hang on, give me a second. I'll my initiative separately. I'm trying to track attacks, like these surprise attacks.
Track
3
attack.
damage.
3.
That's 5.
Okay, so Juto can. Trell and the Grix. Alright, so Juto, what'd you get on initiative?
20.
20. Cam,
10.
Elora,
9.
Trell.
16.
And I need to roll for these guys. Boop.
Oh god. Worms.
Juto, these two turn on you. They come after you. They're little tentacles. They've got like, they look like this.
Hot.
Hot shit. Show the camera.
So they are Grix, and they look like this.
Where am I in? A pond? A thing?
You're currently just on a dirt path, basically. There's like rocks growing next to you, kind of almost like a small cliffside with this fungus growing on them. And it's basically like a dirt path, almost curving round like a path leading into a valley. There's not much around you.
How far away are we from the...
From the village that you can see
No,
up
from
ahead.
the creatures?
From-
Oh, from the creatures? Well, Juto's rushed up next to him, so I'd say you were about, 40 feet. What are you doing, Juto?
I'd like to extra attack the next, like the same one that...
Okay, well, it's a new round, so you get to make your full round of attacks now.
Well, let's do that then.
Yep.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
That's going to hit, yes. Same one that you struck
Yes.
before.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
12.
12 to hit on the next one.
No, no.
No.
Oh, 12 damage.
Oh, did you add the poison damage?
11 damage plus 1 poison damage.
Right, okay. Okay. Yep, you seem to burn it through. You can see that the poison, it does seem to be reacting to it. It's like, doesn't like it.
I would like to do an extra attack, please.
That's part of your attack action, yes?
18 plus 7.
Holy shit, yeah, you're just carving this thing up. Juto's Guandao spinning in flashes of silver as the blade chops into this creature.
6.
So just 6. You don't get to add poison damage, so you only do it once per round. So just 6 damage.
Yep.
Okay, with that, you... And the blade just slices through the creature's head, just drops off. Lifeless.
How many more are there?
One more.
Can I bonus action?
Yep, unarmed
punch?
strike. Yep. So you launch into the next one beside you.
9 plus 6, 15.
15. That does... Yep, that just barely hits. So you kind of punch into this rubbery tentacle creature.
7.
7 points of damage. So you just punch into it and you can feel... There's no musculature or bones. You just kind of... It's like punching a big worm.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Trauma. So you see Juto rush off. You see this grey small creature scurry into the rocks on this cliff face, and you just watch as Juto just chops one of these creatures into bits, basically, and then punches the other one. Just,
I've been really pissed off wandering through this temple.
Need some action.
Is it time?
A lot of
It's
pent-up
time.
aggression.
It's time.
It's just like it's time.
It's time.
Eldritch blast away.
It's blasting time.
Where's 6, isn't it? 13.
13 is not enough. As you kind of blast out, it kind of worms away and it moves a lot quicker than you expected to. It kind of slithers and the blast hits the rocks beside it.
Can I use my other hand?
Yep, you blast with the other hand, with the other beam. Double beam!
Oh shit, exactly the same. Bollocks.
So you just like, you're a bit sort of still kind of confused about all these visions, but this thing just is moving way too quickly. It looks like it's quite hard to hit with these range, sort of like trying to predict where it's going to go. After you fire at it, it turns its attention on Juto. These tentacles try and wrap around you. 16 to hit. That hits. So one of its tentacles launches out and wraps around you.
Uh-oh.
3. You take 5 points of damage as one of its kind of hooked tentacles wraps around your arm and digs into your flesh, and you can feel these tiny barbs, and then it pulls you into its beak, which it automatically just chomps on you with advantage. 24 to hit.
Oh yeah. I thought you were like 24 damage. What?
You take another 5 points of damage as this beak bites
Okay,
into
the
your arm.
10 points.
Yeah, that first hit took 10 points.
Okay. And then, yeah, it seems to coil around your body.
That's not good.
Well, get involved.
Oh, wait, my turn.
Cam, it's your turn now.
It's your turn.
Of yours.
Laura
I'm
was,
last,
yeah,
I'm
Oh.
really
9.
low.
Nimbus!
Okay, so because it's wrapped itself around Juto to try and avoid hurting her, you have disadvantage on the attack.
Nimbus. Natural 20 and a 9. 15.
15 even with the natural 9. You
Plus 6, yeah.
throw, and you're just about to. You know that if you throw it now,
shit,
you're going to hit
Juto.
Juto. So you flick it, and it just cuts along the creature's side.
Ding
Roll
dong.
damage.
Do you shout Nimbus as well?
4, yeah.
Nimbus.
Yeah, 4.
Is that with the +1 for damage for a magic weapon?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So 4 points of damage. The dagger slices along its side, but it still holds on. You summon Nimbus back to your hand, I'm guessing.
And just flank around the other side of it.
So you move up to it now and just get around to the other side. Okay, cool. Elora.
I am going to.
Are you still a bear?
No.
No,
Came out of it and shot with an arrow.
No, it
Arrow.
wore off because it wouldn't have lasted
like 2
the
hours.
journey.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
That is true.
Das is true.
You can. The sounds of all this battle, like the beams being launched off, and just these creature screams. It does echo quite a bit in this large cavernous space.
Forget you're in a cavern, don't you?
I'm gonna
Sometimes.
go.
It's like huge cavern. It's like bigger than Cheddar Gorge.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's huge.
holy shit.
It's like looking down into a valley, but instead of like green and fields,
Valley.
it's rock and mushrooms and weird shit.
Bioluminescent stuff.
To avoid hitting Juto, I'm gonna go up to it and bonus for bonus
Shillelagh?
action. No.
Oh.
I'm going to turn into a bear.
Okay.
I'm going to pull
Bah!
attack.
Okay.
Bar!
Because it's melee, you don't have any risk of hitting.
Bar!
So I'm in multi-attack.
I'm a bar.
Think it's
Bar!
Oh no, it's only a 10. That doesn't
no.
hit.
Again, you're like you're kind of holding yourself back.
14.
14 is just enough.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
14
so I
is
hit
just
that.
enough with your bite, I believe that was.
That was a claw.
That was a claw.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Yeah, the bear charges forward, this purple furred bear. While it's got you, it bites onto part of the creature that is like wrapped around you and just tears back, and it just pulls out chunks of foul tasting, horrid
Sashimi.
worm eel. It's not even, no, it's not, no. This is gross.
Rotten sashimi.
Yeah, more like that, definitely. So you just tear into it and pull it away. It shrieks, but it still is latched onto Juto currently. Juto, at the start of your turn, you are currently restrained, so you have disadvantage to attack this thing back. So it's like literally wrapped itself around you, so you're trying to fight back at it.
Okay. 2, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's not well. You've got disadvantage, but
Natural 20!
well, the disadvantage would cancel that out because you have to roll twice.
Natural 20! 9.
So yeah, you're trying to swing at this thing, but you can't get any grip. You can still attack again with your extra attack. You just have disadvantage.
Natural 1!
So yeah, it doesn't really matter.
16!
Okay, so you try and fight this thing off, but it's got you two locked on. At the end of your turn, you can try and escape. You can make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
I will make an acrobatics check,
Okay.
Mark.
Okay, acrobatics check.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Okay, so after you struggle trying to fight this thing, you sense it kind of about to take another bite, and use that moment to just kind of flip over it, and you twist it around, you wrap it around the ground down, and just fling it off of you, and you manage to escape out of this creature's grasp. Trollamar, as Juto kind of flips out of it, the creature lands next to her and the bear, right in your sights.
Do I look super cool while I did that?
Yeah, like you kind of almost rip it off of you and then flick it onto your wind down off of you, basically, spiraling out the way.
Let's try again.
That's the main thing.
Sweet.
Zang!
Finger gun.
20!
Natural 20.
Got you this time.
You're going to kill this thing, so.
Tell us a tale, Mark. Tell us of how he destroys it.
So you aim the Eldritch Blast, and as Juto just flicks it away, you've been waiting for the shot just so that you wouldn't risk hurting your friend, and this blast of arcane energy launches out. And you sense that there's something about this place and being this far underground. It's almost like you feel your magic's a bit more powerful, and it just shreds into this thing. Tiny shards of purple magic just rip through its flesh and just scatter it across the ground, like paste it basically, just
Yum.
just leaving 2 tentacles and part of a beak just on the ground.
Show off.
One-liner?
No, yeah.
There's a good one.
Oh, you bloody did it! This little voice calls out from the cavern.
You're welcome,
And
little friend.
a little head pokes itself out. You can see this grey face with these large white eyes and thin wispy hair. You can now see it's actually been pulled back and tied using like a ragged bit of cloth. It's made like a rudimentary bow. She just pokes her head out and she's like, "Oh, you did it!
We did.
You killed them!
Well, yep.
Wow!"
I know.
You're kind of like, "What are you? You've
Well-
got pink skin.
I do.
She's got red skin, purple skin."
Yep. Colours. Any others? Blue?
Oh! And then as soon as it sees Trell, this thing panics and goes back in the rock. It's a Trell!
I know, and it just killed the worm that was...
No, but it's gonna kill you! The Trell's gonna kill you!
No, we've been with him for a little while. He's eyed up the idea, but so far, no deaths.
What?
He's
still
fine.
there.
Pokes its head out. Oh, it's a boy Drow! That's why it's not killed you yet.
I guess so.
Oh, she's got blue skin!
Yep.
I'm a bear.
Oh no, it's a bear. Oh, it's a bear! You got a pet bear!
Yep. She's very domesticated.
I've heard of bears.
I know.
They can fly, right?
Yep.
Cool!
Do you want to come out and tell us what you were doing being attacked by worms?
Oh, now the Drow promises not to hurt me, right?
Yep.
I promise not to hurt you.
Okay. Scampers out, and you can now see this this girl, clearly her outfit is very feminine, but it's made from like rags. It's almost like handmade. It looks like it was probably once just like a pair of very plain, like a sack potato like Hessian bag. But she's seemed to have found like scraps of like linen and dyed them different colours and has like tied them to form like a rudimentary skirt. She's got like old belts and like tied them round and attached like little pouches and bags to them. You can see she's got like a stone knife in like a little sheath. She's like,
You're clearly a tailorer if you're wearing such a fine...
what?
Never mind. Tell us, why were you getting attacked by giant wormy things?
Oh, I was trying to get to the surface.
Why?
And then they hide in the rocks and they come and get ya.
Why were you trying to get to the surface?
Because it's rubbish down here. The
Why?
Queen, she's horrible.
The Queen.
Yeah, she's horrible. She's
Yeah.
like enslaved all me fam.
Your fam has been enslaved, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
That's why I want to leave. Have you come from the surface?
We're here to kill your queen. And save your fam. I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
She
know.
like comes out and she runs up to you and just hugs your leg and just
Aw.
like completely latches
Does she
on.
smell?
She's crying. Like you can actually hear her sob and she's like, "Thank you."
I don't do well with
She
emotion.
doesn't smell. She doesn't smell. She smells like earthy, but not in a bad way.
Well, let's try our best.
I'm gonna go up as a bear and nuzzle.
She's like, and she like starts scratching your ears and she's like, "Oh, look at this.
What's your name, little one?
I'm girly."
Girly.
Yeah.
That's easy to remember.
Girly.
Good. I'm Cam. This is,
Cam? That's a weird name.
I know we're surface people, it's fine. Juto.
She's really good with that stick.
The bear is actually an elf called Elora.
No!
I'll turn into Elora.
Just like falls over on her back. She like scrambles to her feet, like runs behind Cam's legs. She's like, "Oh, she's a girl."
Yeah.
I'll kneel down and say hi.
Hello.
She's a queen too, or will be.
And then she seems to get a bit scared of that. She's
No,
just like, "No, what?"
Like a nice queen.
I'm a princess, not a queen. But I come from a
What?
royal family. Up on the surface, though.
Well, you're
Are they
going.
different?
Yeah.
Queens down here are horrible.
It's the opposite, isn't it? It's dark down here. it's
That's
bright
true.
Up
That's true. It's opposites, isn't it?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're queen.
Who's the drow?
That's Trell. He's a good egg because he's from the surface too.
Oh, that means he's opposite, which
He's
means he's really nice.
Exactly.
Oh, and she
That's
like
right.
pops out and she's like, "Hello!" And she holds her hand out. And it's this tiny little hand, like shakes your hand.
Now,
So you're gonna kill the queen?
Yeah.
I come with me to Gloom.
but we got to be careful,
Why?
okay? Because
No, you gotta come kill the queen.
yeah, but we're very professional, and you got to be very quiet because
Oh, I can be really quiet. I
Good.
snuck out of Gloom. All the Durgar there, they wouldn't have let me out.
oh, so you snuck it, so you're very good at it too.
Yeah, I'm good.
Then
I'm really good at
You got to
sneaking.
show us your very best stealthy skills, and lead us all the way to the queen. Okay?
I can't. No, I can't take you to the queen. I'll take you to Gloom, and you can speak to Bork.
Who's Pork?
He's like our village shaman.
Okay.
You can talk to him, and I mean, I've never gone to the palace.
Well, you should stay in Gloom with your friends.
But I'll take you there.
You take us there. You stay there until we've killed the queen. Then we'll take you to the surface. How does that sound? Does everyone agree with that?
Girly, do you know?
He said he's going to take you to the surface.
I'll take you to the surface.
Better than
but
being eaten by worms,
do you,
isn't it?
do you know anything about the Garden of Stone?
This is it. You're in it.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, the whole thing. And she points out into this massive valley. It's like, this is it. That's what the queen calls it. It's her garden of stone.
So we're here.
They're here already.
Wow, you must be really strong if you're going to kill the queen. She's like really strong. She like turned all the Durgar to like stone, and she
What?
like makes them work for her and stuff. I can't believe you're going to kill her. This is great. And she starts skipping off down the path.
What is she?
What?
But what is she?
She's a queen.
Yeah, but what sort of creature is she, Girly?
I don't know.
What does she
I've
look
never
like?
seen anything like her. I've never seen her. If you see her, that's it. You're dead.
Shit.
She sends the Durgar out, and they beat us up, and they take all our stuff. And if we don't give her enough stuff, then she takes us to see her, and then that's it. You never see him again.
Well, she's awful.
Durgar.
Yeah.
Durgar?
I've heard Bork's seen her. He might know. Bork's seen her.
We'll go to him first.
Yeah.
You,
All right.
you show us how to get there.
Okay.
Don't be that quick because some of us are clumsy and shit at walking
All right.
like this one.
Okay.
He hasn't fallen over yet, but I'm sure. No, wait. He has fallen over. Just be careful. Go.
Okay.
Go.
She starts skipping. La, 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 la,
Is that your
like skipping
stealthiest?
No, we
Curly?
don't need to be stealthy yet. Durgar don't come up this far because of the
But
grips.
worms.
No, that's fine. They won't attack. If there's too many of you, they don't attack you.
Okay.
It's only because I was on my own.
All right.
Boop, boop, boop.
Tell us about your home. About what this.
Well, this is. Well, I come from Gloom. It's a village down there, and she points down to like this little stone village you can see in the distance.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, I've been born there. Durgar come, they take all our stuff. They make all the others work in mines or
You've
like
done that-
serve at the palace.
Done that your whole life.
Well, I don't, because I sneak away. They try and catch me to make me work in the gem mines. I've done it a few times, but I mostly get away.
But the Queen's always been there
Oh yeah. She's been around for forever.
forever.
Yeah.
There's never been anyone else in charge around here.
Nope.
How old
Sometimes
are you?
it's different Durgar. Me, I'm about 104.
You wear it well.
Well, that's young, isn't it? I'm like a little baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would anyone object to a short rest?
We'll rest in gloom.
You
Right?
can rest. You can rest at Borks.
How far is it from here?
It's not far.
How far is far?
I know.
Girly, when
10. What?
was the last time you saw a drow?
Ooh, last time I saw a drow. Sometimes they try and raid. They try and raid the Queen's lanes. They come up from below. I haven't seen one, but Bork said they tried to attack maybe 200 years ago.
Before you were born.
Yeah,
All right.
but
keep going.
Bork's really wise. He knows loads of stuff.
All right. Sounds like we really need to talk to Bork.
Yeah.
On your way.
Gonna kill the Queen. Gonna kill the Queen.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Don't sing that.
We can't sing that.
What? No, it's fine. They're not around.
Yeah, but we shouldn't sing that until she's already dead, and then we can sing. How about that?
Okay.
Then you
Only
can
our little secret.
Okay.
Do you like keeping secrets?
I'm great at
I-
keeping secrets. I'm the best.
Yeah.
See, if you tell everybody, then the Dwergar will find out.
Yeah, that's
and
why I
then-
won't tell them.
Yeah.
A lot of the other deep gnomes, they're all idiots.
Okay.
They just do what the Queen tells them. They've got no like life. They've got no desire to do anything. It's like she sucked the life out of them. But not me. I'm not going to let her win.
But Girly, you can't tell your friends.
No, I'm not
and
gonna
you
tell anyone.
can't
I don't
tell
have any
your
friends.
Family.
Oh, the only one that I tell is Bork.
You can tell Bork, but you can't tell anyone.
I haven't got anyone else to tell. We don't have friends in Gloom.
What
No
do you
friends.
desire, girlie? You said.
Oh, I
you
want to go
don't-
out to the surface.
What do you want to do when you get there?
I don't know. I'm good at finding stuff. And she pulls out from her pocket a massive ruby. I'm good at finding these.
Oh,
Wow.
Puts it back in her pocket.
You'll have to find bigger ones. Good.
You looked at this thing. That looked like 300, 400 gold.
Have you got the safe bags for that?
Yeah,
kind of
keep it
stuff?
in here. And it's like this ratty tied up pouch that just like hangs
Look at
loosely.
this bag. Look how
It's a good
protected.
bag.
Yeah. Do you want me to keep it in there?
Maybe.
I would like to stand on Cam's foot meaningfully.
Maybe.
You
yeah.
keep hold of it.
I find these all the time. There's loads.
Okay.
I telepathically talk to Karen and
Yeah.
go,
Well, you can talk-
should we just clobber her around the head and and stuff and walk down to the village?
Tempting.
La, 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 la,
No,
la.
we
She starts skipping again.
She
She's quite irritating now.
You guys,
So are
she
you.
eventually leads you down like a winding path, and eventually you come. Now, as you start getting closer, you notice that there are these large stalagmites which almost kind of rise up and kind of block field of view, and they almost like tree trunks. They kind of form like these huge forests of stone and fungus and all this kind of stuff. And as you draw closer, you can start to see and start to hear the sounds of a community up ahead. Girly turns to you and she's like, right, now we've got to be quiet. There's Durgars, but they mainly only guard the doors because they don't want any of us Snurf Nibbling getting out.
Okay. How would we get in looking all different?
I
I
haven't
can
thought about that.
disguise myself to look like.
You can, but what about
I have a
us?
robe that I took from to the temple.
Well, they're not used to. If you look strange, they might fight you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just sneak out. There's a way I've got to get in, but we've just got to be quiet so they don't hear us getting there.
All right. We'll be very, very quiet.
Okay.
No
And
more
you can see
singing.
that Girly. You say that, but you can see that she then starts getting low, moving. She is scarily quiet. Like, she doesn't make a sound, her footsteps don't make a noise, and she just almost seems to blend in with the background, like her skin almost seems to chameleon itself.
Wait, where the fuck did she just go?
I'm here.
Oh, there Jeez.
Alright, come on. Quiet. Come with me.
Holy shit, you're good. Sorry.
Everyone be quiet.
Only
Everyone be
104. Okay.
So everyone make stealth checks.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace?
You certainly can.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I cast
Sounds
Pass
like
Without Trace.
sounds like Trevor. You
He
did
rolled
say it
a
before as he
natural
rolled.
one.
So
So that's not
That'll be
even
11.
good. Even.
so you get plus 10 because of pass without a trace.
So 11.
All of us.
Yep.
20.
20, 11 with any bonuses as well. So stealth is dex based, so you get to add that.
21 plus 10.
31.
31.
Juto.
Where the hell
20, 26.
Okay.
14 for me.
14. So you're the lowest with 14. That's the most important one. Gertie leads you moving past a bunch of stalactites and these big, large mushroom shapes. You're not even sure what they are. And you now get to see a what is to you quite a low stone wall, but to these kind of gnomes and dwarves, it actually seems quite high, that surrounds a village made of stone buildings. You can see a few fires here and there. But just looking through the gates, you can see more of these kind of tiny, grey-skinned gnomes. They all look thoroughly depressed, all wearing Hessian bags. They normally clutch picks, worn digging tools. But at the door of this entrance, like a small kind of wooden door, there are 4 dwarves, but with almost like soot black skin. Their beards almost look like bristles. They almost look like porcupine spines, and they have red embers for eyes, almost glowing like embers in a fire. They wear thick-looking, dark black plate mail. They each clutch warhammers or picks and shields in their hands, and they've got a stern, nasty-looking face about them as they look out into the darkness. Trelemar,
Fuck's
you
sake.
step on, like, you kick a few rocks, and they kind of, like, look around a bit. They're like, what's that? Don't fucking know. They look around. It's probably fucking gnomes. And they just go back to guarding, and you make your way around. Girlie leads you around to, like, a blind side of the wall, where she pulls away what you looks like almost like cut pieces of mushroom. She pulls them away from the floor to reveal a small tunnel. It's a squeeze for all of you to get through it, but you can sort of wriggle your way through as she leads you up behind the wall. Right, the Durgal don't come there in this far. It shouldn't be a problem now. So come with me, Bork.
Good job, girlie.
And she leads you through several of these streets almost, but you're kind of having to crouch because the buildings aren't very high. So you're kind of like crouching down to make sure that you can't be seen. And she leads you into a small hut. Stone on the outside, and you can see a dull fire glowing from in, a slight bit of warmth coming through. And as you enter, you can notice that there are all types of coloured rocks or strange formations of crystal just hung up and dangled from almost everywhere you can. There are what looks to be books, but they look almost like they've been written on sheets of mushroom or something like that, bound together with like stone. And sat down, one arm completely turned to stone, just hanging loosely at his side, is an old gnome with grey skin, deep wrinkles. His eyes are completely white, and he's got a gnarled stone staff in his hand.
Is that you, girlie? Who's this? Who are these strangers you brought to Bork?
Hello, Bork.
He gets up and his arm thuds against like a stone chair that he sat next to. He waddles over to you, Cal, and he's like, jabs you in the shins with his stone staff, rises it up, catches you in the balls, pokes you in the stomach.
Humany, haven't seen you in a while.
No, I've never seen you.
Never seen a snurf nibbling?
Sorry?
Never seen a snurf nibbling?
A what?
A deep gnome, you bonk.
No, I've never, ever encountered you folk before, but I'm glad I have.
Good. What are you doing here? What are you doing in Gloom? You shouldn't be in here.
We're here to...
Horrid.
we're
Evil.
here- well, we're here to help with that.
Oh,
Yeah, we've...
I say that, but I'm guessing you don't know anything where you are.
No.
You wouldn't be saying it if you did.
Yeah.
He sits down, he's like, come in, sit. And he gestures to like little tiny chairs that you have to sit on and crouch, like knees almost tucking up to your chest.
Girlie, go get some of that soup, that stew, bring it out.
He like shutters around, he's like,
Now, what do you know about where you are? What's she told you, eh?
I think-
Silly girl, running off, trying to get to the surface, I bet.
We've heard about this being called the Garden of Stone.
he like flops his hand up. It's like completely stone from about here, and he just rests it like on a small table.
Like, Garden of Stone, yep. That's what the Queen calls it.
Did
Is
the
that
Queen
what-
do that to your arm?
Sure did, Sonny. Sure did.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with my eyes, but with my mind.
What?
Yeah. Can tell what you're thinking too.
What?
Yeah. You should stop thinking that way,
All
Sonny.
right, I'm
It's bad
trying,
for you.
but now you're making me think a bit more.
I can only read that much. Only what you. If you're not smart of mind, I can only read what's at the front of your mind.
Excuse me?
What?
Talk to them.
Okay. So what else you want to know?
What is the Queen that has enslaved your people?
Don't know what. Can tell you what she's like.
What she's like, but
And turn anyone to stone with a look. Snakes for hair. Evil. Powerful.
Can I do
Spells too. Wizards some sort.
Do you know what kind of creature she is? Not. No. Do you know what kind of creature she is?
Don't know the name for it. Name's Queen Sharisa.
Sharisa.
Ah.
Can I do a history check based on the snakes for
Yeah, sure. History check or nature check.
or nature?
Nope.
It's a 3.
nope.
What was it? History or
18.
nature?
History or nature? 18.
Yeah, for
Let me,
both.
13. Juto, you have heard stories, legends, really. There are tales of powerful individuals, male and female, who sought immortality. Beautiful, arrogant, vain, they sought to live and be young forever. And many of them made deals with gods or found forbidden rituals or powerful artifacts to earn that. And some of them succeeded. And they lived for centuries, many lifetimes, ruling as gods almost. And then the universal karma caught up with them, and these rituals or the artifacts or the deals that they made turned on them, transformed them into creatures known as Medusa. Snakes for hair, ability to turn a creature to stone with a gaze, and normally very powerful fighters as well. Trained through centuries of battle and lifetimes of fighting.
Yeah. Powerful wizard too. Seen her disappear from sight and transport herself from time to time. I used to work in the palace. I was a cook. Well, one day she didn't like what I was doing with the soups. Tink, tink, tink. Managed to stop it before it took me whole. Managed to escape. Been hiding here ever since.
How did you stop it?
Well, it's just, you have to have a certain frame of mind. You gotta be strong enough to resist. I think me talents, they help some. But don't know.
So where can we find this Queen?
He points. There's a palace. It used to belong to the Durgar, the dwarves. You probably saw them on the gates. They serve her now. She killed their king and queen, destroyed the line. Now the rest of them all serve her. She gives them gold and gems and power, all they want, feeds them with the food that we farm. So they happy to serve her. But yeah, she kicked them all out, took the palace as her own. Trashes the place. Always getting us to rebuild furniture and things for her. She gets into these fits of rage.
Do you know anything about 4 drow who would have possibly come this way many, many years ago?
4 drow.
Their names were Zaylin, Nyx, Ulyss, and Zan.
Zan! That rings a bell. Yes, I was a young lad back then. Remember them coming through. I was only a boy, of course. They were seeking passage. They had to do something with the Queen, but I'm not sure what. They were looking for an entrance somewhere below they wanted to get.
So the Queen was in power when they came through.
Oh, she's been in power for centuries. Thousands of years. She's ancient. Older than me. Older than the rocks.
Taps the stone thing.
She came here. From what I remember stories told, she's not from here originally. She was from the surface. But when she was transformed into whatever she is now, she came here to hide. Started ruling. That's what she wants most, is to rule.
Right.
What about Faraz Dun? Do you know anything about him?
Nope. Who's he?
No, well, clearly not important, whatever it is.
Guess we're too deep.
Yeah.
Well, we
And
have.
if you're here to slay the Queen, I mean, you'd be freeing not just my people, the Snurf Niblin. There are others. The Myconids, the Durgars.
Sorry, break that
Many.
word down for me.
Snurf
Sorry.
Niblin?
Snurf Niblin.
Snurf Niblin.
Snurf Niblin.
Snufniblin.
Deep gnome, if you want to call us with some primitive human tongue.
Okay. Does she have a mask?
Mask. Seen one?
You have.
Yeah, silver.
Silver? Does it have like...
Does it have gems?
Nope.
It's not a mask.
What else do we want?
She uses it to hide her face, so if she
Ah.
wants to speak with people, they can't be turned to stone.
Okay.
But
So
did
we
you
need something
say
to shield us from her sight.
There is an entrance in the castle.
Don't know. I know that those drow, this Zan, he spoke to my grandpappy. Wanted to know of a way deeper, down.
Do you
Said
know
that there
where?
might have been something in the palace.
So we need to
At
get
this
to that
point,
palace.
as you guys have been talking to Bork, you start to hear a commotion outside.
Have we had a short rest?
I would say yes. Because I'm
It's just for Beast's show.
Because I'm nice.
Thanks.
No, it's been long enough where you've been chatting to this guy for a while, and you've not had any combat and stuff. You begin to hear a voice.
Alright, you wee little fucks. Where's your treasure? Where's your tribute to the queen?
And you hear a crash. You hear a cry of a gnome.
Oh, that's not good enough. Where's the rest of them? Bring the whole fucking village out here.
And you start to hear people being pulled out. It's like, oh, Bork's like,
That's Resnek, our chief collector. You should hide. Don't let him know you're here.
and he thumbs up.
Yeah.
Girlie, come on. We gotta get out before he starts sending his dwarves in.
Got any hiding places in here?
Not for you.
He thuds himself out. And you hear more voices, and you can kind of peek through windows and see what's going on. About 5 of these Durgar, one of them wearing full plate armor with a massive hammer resting on his shoulder. He's pointing at a pile which has been assembled in the middle of the town square, effectively. The pile seems to contain a few little gemstones, pieces of ore, and that's pretty much it. There's not much else. A little bit of food, some sort of weird tubers and fruit that you've never seen before.
What is this? We can't give this to the queen. We need to be making an example of you.
Shall we go rough him up?
Look at the plate on that guy.
He points to it and he's like, "You!"
Did he?
He,
We
gath-
would lose this element of surprise with the queen.
he gathers
But we would get to
maybe
the-
about
to the
5
castle.
of the deep
Even
gnomes.
if we were taken as prisoners, we would get an audience with the queen.
We can get an audience without engaging with these people.
He gathers up about 5 of the deep gnomes.
It's probably easier if we get captured and taken there than trying to sneak in.
And then you hear the first, just this powerful armored fist just punching into one of these small creatures. I mean, you hear the bones snap and this poor thing cry out in pain.
He's gonna kill people. Can't let him kill people.
I am
Okay.
gonna go.
They're motherfuckers.
Forget you lot. I'm gonna go out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right too.
Oh, yeah.
You
We'll
just,
come
he doesn't, at first, the powerful one in the plate just, and then you just hear him grab the hair, slam the gnome on the ground. He's just like,
This'll teach you. I don't care if you have to tear the Underdark apart. You bring treasure for your queen.
and then there's a silence, and you hear the shuffling of feet turn to you. It turns upward.
What's this? Some drow bastard coming in the Garden of Stone? Who are you? What are you doing here?
The name is Trelemar Alif. I am seeking an audience with your queen.
I don't suppose she's expecting you, eh?
No, as a matter of fact.
Well, I'll deal with these little rat bags, and then I'll deal with you. You can wait there.
He points to a spot right in the center of town, and then he just turns, very dismissive of you. He just turns to another one, grabs one of the deep gnome's arms, snaps its not arm. You just hear this cry of pain.
I go to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, give me an Eldritch Blast with advantage.
Oh, fuck.
Nobody else.
Oh, no.
Oh,
For fuck's sake.
man!
Sign of
It
positive
doesn't
times
count. You have
ahead.
to roll another one.
I'm glad because it was just like a
No,
6.
never counts if it's on the floor.
20!
Oh wow! Roll damage, double the dice, so double the d10.
What am I after?
Good job.
D10.
I'm gonna have to make a note of this because
Oh,
I don't think we're gonna.
Catherine, she's moved on the dice. I don't know what's what.
That is.
That one, thank you.
So double that.
14,
and then
18.
18. This blast of purple eldritch power just pummels this dwarf, this soot-skinned, bristly-bearded dwarf in the back of his armour. It smoulders and smokes. He just rises and turns around. Well, well. Looks like I'm gonna have some fun today after all! And we're gonna end it there this week.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
We're gonna read some donations. We're gonna head off, and also that's a perfect point for stop because we're not gonna be able to get through that combat in 10 minutes.
well, shit.
So shit. That's really cool.
It's a cliffhanger.
That was a good way to end it. Actually, that was really fun. So we can kick off with a nice, good, juicy combat next week. So I think we're going to read some donations. You guys are all good to stick around with those? Yes. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that session. I hope you guys enjoyed that session as well.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff.
We'll be putting together that summary
That's
of.
freaking insane beholder. I couldn't keep it
It was
down.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. I would not put you guys against a fully fledged
That's
beholder.
what I thought.
Fully
But-
fledged what now?
Beholder.
Beholder.
They are-
Very
Look
powerful,
at the cover of the
scary.
dungeon manual, the monster manual.
So I didn't want to show you this just
Oh,
because
that
that's the
dude.
thing, yeah.
Let's have a look.
But the one that you
Wow.
saw only had 4 of these eye stalks.
They are not
Holy shit.
nice.
They don't look nice.
They are
They look very unpleasant.
evil.
They are one of the most famous D&D monsters, and
okay.
they are feared for a good reason.
Wow.
Each one of their stalks fires a different kind of hell beam.
Oh, great.
So
like
they have
disintegrate, turn to
turn to
stone.
stone, paralysis.
Nice.
And they can also fully fledged beholders. When you finish your turn, like I think 3 times per turn, they can do an eye beam at random. They can be like,
Holy shit. Alright, let's go through these
Donations!
donations. Thank you very much to
Our
everyone.
screen's a bit on off,
Shite.
so
it should be okay if you're very
I know it's
careful.
been going on and off all day.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Shit. We'll do our best. Thank you everyone.
Just as a point,
Yeah.
people on Twitter who are already giving me a grief saying it's a Gorgon, Medusa was a specific Gorgon. Not in fucking D&D, they're not. The race is called Medusa. Gorgon's a separate monster. I know the Greek history that Medusa was a Gorgon.
We
know.
ain't in Greek mythology land, we're in D&D
We're in
land.
D&D land, so shut up. Right,
Tell
Timo.
Romrapara. Don't worry, we'll be home well before noon. Sad face, roll dice, not wheels.
Oh. Nightjar says, ha! Work and traffic and non-existent buses thought they could make me late for high rollers. Ha! Who's laughing now? Me. I am. Ha! Love you guys. Thank you.
Mirnis donated, thank you very much. In my fancy 5e D&D game, my character has a humanoid construct servant, gadgets to enhance their vision, and last night I did a direct reception of the spell on a hub of network spells. I may have intentionally created a cyberpunk character. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds really cool. Thanks very much.
Nintendufus says, "Hi rollers, watching live for the first time in quite some time and looking forward to the focus on my favourite PC trial."
You got some time.
Zero the Duke, imagine Ross and Smith cameo on High Rollers. They play a 2-headed ogre, or maybe
Oh,
goblin
Christ.
would be more fitting. That was also somehow adopted by the Bucklands.
Oh, dear God.
No.
Either way, love you guys. Can't wait to watch this episode.
If I
when you're
do ever
live.
have them on, I am going to have them play a 2-headed character now, though. That's absolutely fine.
It's either that or Smith will probably make
Yeah.
an appearance on his own.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
He likes D&D. Back to Kim.
Romuchi. Hi guys! Missed the stream last week because of thunder. Fuck nature! Anyway, can't wait. What's gonna happen in this session? Love you all.
Quite a lot happened, actually.
Yeah. Lady Mouse 54 says, hello, it's been a long time since I have seen High Rollers live, I assume, instead of love. But we'll take both.
I'll take both.
Never agreed to 4 weeks without internet, but I'm caught up and ready for some rolling. Thank you for my Sunday entertainment every week.
No problemo.
It's good to be back on Sunday.
Squad, Trot! You thought I could escape the Aussie
no.
takeover by hiding in your little
Oh,
D&D
Christ.
stream. Wrong again, Mr. Prime Minister. We
Oh,
only have
no.
2 demands, for fuck's sake. An Aussie custom donation and Yogs Down Under tour. At least one is possible.
Well, we'll get right on that.
Actually, as well,
Actually.
on Kim's stream, I have an actually accurate donation emote,
Cool.
which is us. It's
Actually accurate.
It's actually accurate.
Actually accurate.
Well, dang, we're making changes.
Dang! Catty.
Um,
You might as well do both of those and then the message.
So, Blaine Kerrigan donated, and so did Ola Renv. Thank you very much. And Shanticle says, I converted some friends to D&D yesterday by running a zombie apocalypse game.
Yep.
Ooh. Moments from the game include I twat with my spade, being
Wow.
said constantly by one player, and us all confusing the IRL dog by shouting at him in-game for making noise.
Nice.
For an
Look,
dog.
look at all of my guys using the actually
Actually accurate. Actually
Oh,
accurate.
yeah.
Actually accurate.
Plug.
Nice.
Plug to sub.
Claire and Mark, we had our D&D session yesterday and we went against 2 Minotaurs, a Death Slad. Unfortunately for our DM, she didn't think that we would ask...
Ah, it's gone.
Screen went.
The huge pearlescent dragon who was nearby for help had to almost one-shot it.
Nice.
Jesus.
Wow.
Right, it's back now.
It's very on and off.
Wow, the name
Our
of the next
screen's a bit
person.
broken, by the way.
Yeah.
The name
We'll
of
get
the
through
next
'em.
person.
Kimmo.
Holy shit. It's amazing.
This username.
Do you want me to read it?
You go ahead.
Santa shat on my scrotum says.
Love your streams, you guys. I hope my first D&D experience is
Why'd
even
you do
half
that?
as good as this. You guys look like you have so much fun. Wish I was there and could play with you guys. Good night, fellas.
Good night, fellas. Santa's shat on my scrotum. Go on top.
Marine95, it looks like Katie is wearing a Gryffindor shirt. That makes me wonder, which Hogwarts house do you guys think your characters will be
Oh,
in?
that's a good question.
I'm a liar, because I'm a Hufflepuff. I just like the shirt. So I
Is
got
What about
Elora a bit of a
Elora?
Hufflepuff?
Elora's probably a Hufflepuff.
I don't know
But I think
much.
she's got a little bit Gryffindor in her.
Yeah, I think so.
She's got a little bit
What about
there.
everybody
Well, we know
else?
who this fucking guy is.
Slytherin?
Yeah. I don't know that much about Harry Potter, but
I'm definitely a
I don't know.
Hufflepuff.
yeah, I'd imagine you'd be a Ravenclaw.
You'd be a
surely.
Ravenclaw.
Really?
Chris in real life is Ravenclaw, but he doesn't have a clue.
What about Cam?
Cam's a Hufflepuff.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Ravenclaw's cool. They're like the intelligent
With like wisdom.
and.
Can I just be Slytherin, but like secretly
You're a bit
batting
of a
for the other team?
Slytherin, Ravenclaw kind of. I don't know. Gito's like a mixture.
You know more about Harry Potter than I do.
Can
I
I
know
be
it via
Dumbledore?
osmosis via Nina.
You can be the
She could
sorting
be a bit
hat.
of a Gryffindor.
I'm Dumbledore.
I'm Ministry of Magic. I'm Voldemort, let's be honest.
I just know I'm a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Death Eater.
I'm a
Anyway.
definite
Anyway,
Hufflepuff.
that's a cool question.
Yeah.
Madrak Book. My wife Susan loves your streams, and she and our 10-month-old daughter Kiriana watch it every week. My wife's birthday is coming up this week, and I think she would love it if you could each wish her a happy birthday. Happy birthday,
Susan.
Susan.
Happy
Thank you very
birthday.
much.
Happy birthday.
Birthday. Where was it?
Yin Yanger. Oh, hey Yinger. Hey, High Rollers. Hope you're all doing
There you go.
fine. Be careful while playing Poke-Go. Don't want any of you getting hurt. By the way, I hope you got my gift, Kim. Try to share the jerky. No. Made it to DC
What?
safely and can see the Washington Monument from my window.
You're not sharing your
So
gift,
Yin
I don't
Yanger sent me some beef jerky.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's not come on the mail yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh.
and no, you're not
So we'll
having
lay
any
you
of
off.
it.
As soon as
I
it
don't
does,
like
though.
jerky, so.
Any of
Katie, do
it.
you want to go next one? Seeing as Kim stole it.
Uh,
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I think is it Sylvie?
With a 1,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
One, isn't it?
Yes, this Sil1V. First time I've been able to catch the stream. Have some cash. Keep up the good work. Side question, because of Pokemon Go, what's the group's favourite Pokemon?
Not
Gengar.
one. Matt, what's your favourite Pokemon? Pokemon Master Matt, what's your favourite Pokemon?
Well, considering the last time I ever looked at Pokemon was like back when I was at primary school.
When
Yeah,
you
come
edited
on.
my videos as well.
What's
Come
your
on.
favourite Pokemon?
Togepi.
Oh, I don't fucking
Togepi.
Pick one.
I can't even remember what they are.
Just say Gengar.
Ghastly. There you go.
Pikachu
I'm a
is the
Gengar.
only one I remember.
we knew yours
He's
was
cute and
Gengar.
cuddly.
Why you
Pikachu.
shot?
There we go.
Polywell.
But as a
Bit of a
Poliwhirl.
Polywell fan. Yeah.
What, Bulbasaur guy.
What's the fat
I
one?
like
Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Snorlax. Yeah, there we
Look at
go.
this, busting out the Poke knowledge.
Pokemon.
I'm not
We
that
need to
ignorant. Come on.
teach you the Poke Rap.
He can block my bridge anyway.
There's 151.
No, stop.
Orozika1324. Can't watch the stream today. I haven't missed one yet, but thank God I can watch the VOD. I think a friend hooked on it.
Got a friend.
I got a friend hooked on it, and ever since Dimitriv and Granny Trell.
That's a definite highlight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kimmo.
DM Martin 1. Just one! Damn word limit. Last message made me sound dumb. Good session to make everyone happy. Hashtag Team Kim. Hashtag Rollin' Sunday. Mark's still the best DM. P.S. Has everyone forgot about Trell's lucky coins he gave in Golden Light State? I haven't. I was actually going to maybe give that as treasure to get the trolls to go away.
Okay, cool.
The dwarves even.
Well, shit.
But
DVD.
everyone else wanted to fight.
DVD01, CD01 has donated a very generous amount. Thank you very
I
much.
haven't had DVD 01, CD 01 for a while, actually.
Yeah, it's nice to see you back.
Romrapara. Actually, you read that one.
Romra para. I'm not eloquent enough to put what I need to say into words. Please just have the very inadequate thank you for this small bit of enjoyable consistency in a very dark world. Well, thank you very
No
much.
problem. Thank you, Rom. You always support us and everything else. It's really appreciated.
Means a lot.
J.K. Quinn donated. Looking hot, Kim. Winky face. Quickly tap X to heal Trell. Hope he doesn't go down.
And I
Smiley
didn't.
face. You didn't?
No, I might do next week because I've clearly picked a fight that I shouldn't have picked.
I did try and say.
My balls are going to get smashed by that
He was
hammer.
crushing tiny people's bones.
Yeah.
So?
He was a bit of
Bones
a
get
bug.
crushed.
See,
all
the thing
time.
was, I was sort of thinking about, how my people had certain altercations with other creatures, and I thought,
What Trell would
I think
do.
Trell sort of thought, you fuckers, I'm not standing for this.
Nice
I like
RP.
it. Good
Yeah.
RP, bro. Good RP.
Cheers.
Who's up?
Metamanu donated saying hashtag roll on Sunday, dungeon crawling time, good time.
Good time.
Thank you for your generous donation.
Yeah, true.
Holy crap.
Inoto the Dutchman. Hey Rollers, I've been watching since the start, but never was able to watch live until now. Thanks for all of you got. Thanks for all you guys do. It makes my week to hear of your exploits. I found acceptance in my own community of D&D as well. Hat tip to Mark.
Sweet.
Love
I'm
it.
glad. That's awesome.
Can I read the one from my waifu?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's actually. I'm going to reply to an email from it. It looks like it's all sorted.
It's come through, Ninja Girl.
Yeah, so I'll read
someone's-
Romrapara. House of Leaves is not a book, it's an experience. I got dizzy reading it. Yeah, Kim's told me about it. I'm not really sure. She's told me.
You'll get hooked.
Yeah,
Trust me. Trust
okay.
me. I trusted you on the other one.
Yeah, that was a very narrow. That was a normal book. This is a very weird sounding book, and it was Mistborn. I reckon.
So my lovely waifu Ninja Girl has donated a very generous
Wow.
$140.
Holy
shit.
Thank you so much.
Won some sweet cash in a cosplay competition as Juto. So donating some of it to you guys, since I would never have won it
no
if it
way.
weren't for the existence of such an amazing character. Thank you all so much for bringing us these amazing streets every week.
And you can watch the video of Ninja Girl's performance as Juto. It
think
was
we
posted on the
retweeted
subreddit.
I
We
tweeted it,
retweeted
yeah.
it.
If
I
you
think
check out Ninja Girl, so it's the eyes are ones
Yeah.
in her name, so Ninja Girl with ones. .tumblr.com. She's got a ton of Juto
Yeah.
stuff on there.
Yeah, that's
proud
really
of you,
good.
waifu.
Really cool.
So proud.
Super
See
cool.
you at ACM.
Thing. Cool.
Carmine Copeland has donated a nice amount as well. Thank you. Jesus Christ, guys. Hello, people of the D&Ds. I've started watching your D&D streams and it has made me want to play some myself for the first time. Thanks for the awesome story and laughs. Thank you very much.
No
Good luck.
problemo. Katie, do you want to read this one?
Yes, this
Hundo!
the
hundo.
Stetson donated $100. Thank you so much. I've been watching on Yogg's Live since episode 1, but this is the first time watching live. Yay! So here's me catching up on all the donations I would have given week by week.
That's
Also,
very
a
kind.
shout out to all the cool people on the High Rollers Discord.
Hey, yeah.
Hashtag Moonbeams for Life. Yeah, my moonbeams.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very
so
much.
much. That's
That
really
is a very
generous.
nice
Thank you very
Discord.
much.
The people in there are really,
Yeah.
really sweet, by the
That's
way.
nice, yeah.
You
It's
should
cool.
join.
Perfect
Combat-
Snow Angel. I'm so excited to finally be watching High Rollers live. It took me many enjoyable hours, but I finally caught up to our brave adventurers. Thank you all for the amazing. Shit!
It
The screen went
died.
off. Ah.
Amazing story so far.
Oh, no, so-
Here's
back.
hoping it never ends.
Apparently,
Thank
it's, if you were to watch all the previous episodes, it's like over 69 hours.
Wow.
Somebody did it as well. Somebody did it in a
somebody
they
week.
did,
it
didn't they,
really
last week,
small
wasn't it?
time.
Crazy.
Crazy. Bumblebee Tuna.
He had to say it. Do it, Kim.
Oh, me. Hey. That guy. Sorry I haven't donated in a while. I was away on holiday with no internet and been playing Warhammer 30k, which is expensive.
30.
Mark,
Horus Heresy.
Mark, I have a magic item you might like. Where is the best place to send you the details? Anyway, all the best. Love this tin.
If you want to send me things like magic items, which I can never promise I will use, but if you want to send me some just because you want to share the idea, it's community@yogscast.com.
There you go. It's
There
an
you go.
email.
It's an
Dax.
email.
Dax Jack says the following. Hello there, guys. I'm absolutely loving your D&D. I hope you're all well. I think we are.
I think we are.
Also, Kim, I'm so sorry my music composition is taking so long. I am sorry. I have been busy with piano competitions, and maybe next year I might meet you at an event. Anyway, see ya.
Event?
Well, there you go.
Thanks very much.
Angelus Lucis, by the way, has posted in chat the link to Ninja Girls.
Oh, there you go.
performance.
Thank you, Angelus Lucius.
30 seconds ago.
Yeah,
Go
Accidental Legend donated. It was incredibly easy to convince Cam to go sliding to his possible doom. Let's hope Evandro was watching. Like, it was like you didn't even resist. I thought, like, I'm just gonna throw that out there, see if it triggers him.
Anything to impress Evandro nowadays.
Although I like the fact that you still won't help innocent people. Like, just let this creature die. Nah, that's good. Like, just leave him to die.
I didn't really know if it was like a creature or a person or not.
Juto's just like, screw it.
Techie Reed donated a very generous amount actually and said,
Thank
"Hi
you.
guys, finally caught you guys live. Absolutely loving your streams. Thank you for getting our small group back into D&D from 4E, now converted to 5. Sorry, Kim, I played 2 Dragonborn brothers. The screen is dead. Dragonborn brothers, Donar and Balasar, but they would love to meet everyone.
Do they have slaves?
Well, that's a very unique to this world thing.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So
They're probably very nice
hopefully
Dragonborns.
Well, I'm trying to save like a Dragonborn right now, so
It's true.
that's a turn up for the books.
Accidental Legend, I'm seriously loving these flashbacks. Great idea. I know I said it last week, but take all my money again. Just waiting for Mark to click his fingers and you're back in the room.
Nice.
Nice. And I got another one from Kimo.
Accidental Legend again. This eye/beholder type thing sounds a lot like a crazy bigoted old man with terrible choice and friends, and I love it. Crying with laughter.
I saw chat going nuts at that
Yeah.
point. Nightjar, once again, you are all brilliant, but Mark, your NPCs are wondrous. Thank you so much for all the laughter.
It's one of my favourite bit. I love playing crazy NPCs.
And then another.
Accidental Legend again!
Holy shit.
Of course, I know. I was just telling you, that I know what you know that I know, which I, of course, know. Being the all-knowing, which you know and I know that you know.
That was very beholdery.
Ebuffet donated, said, Elora, god of bears and killer of bastards. Kratos won't stand a chance. Yep.
Elora is pretty much...
God of bears!
You are one of the scariest in the party for show.
Metamanu, that beholder is awesome. Thank you, Mark, for the laughs.
I'm glad people liked it.
One of
I'm
the
glad people like
scariest, but
Tharisden.
yet one of the least scary.
Yeah.
It's always the
Tharisden.
quiet ones.
Yeah, it was Tharisden.
Yeah, it's always the quiet ones.
There's a half hundo.
Holy shit.
Half hundo!
Thank
Silenced
you.
hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Silenced Hands, very much.
Keep
going, Kim.
Kimo.
Fluffgirl Pew Pew has donated $20 but no message.
Thank you very much.
Ace of Thorns. Oh my god, Mark! Such awesome NPCs. Tharistator is the best yet!
Tharistator.
I just looked at the next message.
Accidental Legend has done it once again, saying hashtag save the fam.
Save the fam.
Save the fam.
I don't know why that guy said that.
Fam.
I just did.
It worked.
It worked. It was really
No.
funny.
Now it's canon.
I hate
Yeah, no,
the way
absolutely.
people speak nowadays.
Hey, Gothic Kitty 1313, thank you very much. Evening all. Can't watch live as I'm up at my girlfriend's house, but we'll catch up later. I hope you're all well and that the coming week is a good one. Take
Thank you.
care. Lots of love. Thank you so much.
Yours too.
Okay.
Kimo. No,
I've
KCO.
done it.
Gothic Kitty 1313.
I just read that one.
Next one.
The next one.
Zarakniel 666 for Granny Trell
Just
with
a
3
nice-
kisses.
Thank you, love. God, very kind of you.
Still hurt your ears.
I'm sure I'll come back soon. Don't you worry.
Oh, please. Please keep that.
You forgot you can disguise.
Great.
You should have disguised yourself when you went out there.
You should have disguised yourself as one of them.
And told them all
and
off
then-
as Granny Trell.
Oh god.
Damn it!
Too late.
Now-
Can't retcon.
Too late. Can't retcon.
Yeah. Tunarth donated and said, "What a great session! Traps, flashbacks, mad scenes, tentacle battles in underground valleys, adorably cute gnomes, evil Duergar. So much fun to watch. Brilliant, Mark. Brilliant and well done all."
Brilliant, brilliant to the players. Make it happen. Kimo!
Harassed civil servant, one of my favourite people ever. Fantastic!
With a
Thanks
good
for
donation as well. Big donation.
Big
as well.
old
Thank you very much.
Donny.
Big old dono.
Angelus Lucis. I'd just like to say that your NPCs, especially today, were amazing, Mark. Had a great laugh. Thank you for everyone for an amazing episode. Thank you very much.
You are making my head very big. Thank you all
You
very
won't
much.
be able to walk out the door
I will
today.
Gonna have to-
It's very kind of you. Candid Arachnid, been feeling a little low, but you guys managed to cheer me up a bit, Mark, especially with that insane Behold the Light creature. Thanks, everyone.
That
Kiss
was
his
so
face.
funny.
It's a fucking blindside. I did not.
That was so
Did you not
funny.
expect the crazy
No.
Beholder?
No.
I just love that normally whenever we do a roll to kind of see something, you give us quite a serious answer. But in that one, you went, he's just fucking insane.
Yes. Fucking
Straight,
bonkers.
yeah.
Gathered that.
Yeah, I figured you had, but just to confirm it.
Jess is buffering, says
This is funny.
just finished the Kavarn arc on Critical Role, so Thariston was a surprise to say the least. Awesome as always, yeah. that was
Two
a bit
very
terrifying.
different ways to handle a very similar creature.
Yeah.
Very, very scary.
Kavan bit was amazing. I'm so glad I got that fight live.
Fugly Monster.
There it is.
Keep up the great work. Amazing epic adventuring. Please can I have a shout out to the Farewell Morel Group special weekend event. Certainly challenging to DM for 11.
Wow.
11
Wow,
pieces.
11
11 PCs. That
Yikes.
is
Good luck.
good luck. And yes, good shout out to that as well.
The Farewell Morel Group.
Oh, Kim.
I want.
No, it's Trot. Maybe I'll do it in order.
Someone did
I've
their
read it out
caps lock
before.
wrong.
Accidental legend, all caps locks. At least 100. Oh wait. At least 150 or more to be a Pokemon master is my destiny. Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon proceeds to rap for the next 10 minutes. Good God, what have you done?
We've done bad things. Sorry about that.
There's 150
No.
to see.
That's the voice. Why is it so soulful? Awkward Dog Boner. This week's boner rating. NPC out of 20. Grand characters mark. One of the best moments so far. Raging hard on moment. Quote, long and deep, perfectly circular shaft staircase. Unquote. Erection rejection moment. Tentacles in the dark make me wet. Mark. Hashtag bone on Sunday.
What a good way to end
Well,
that.
I love the
There
fact
we
that it
go.
always ends on awkward
It's
dog boner
great.
as well. Like, I
Always
love that.
invites it in.
Admittedly, I was going through the donations and going, where is it? Where
Yeah,
is
I was
it?
thinking the same
He's gotta
thing.
be here.
He's
It's
gotta
always
be
at the
here.
end. It's always at the end.
No.
Well, thank you so much to everybody who donated, and thank you for watching us live. Do spread the word that we're back on Sundays,
Yes.
and obviously this crazy story is happening.
And then fan art next week.
Fan out next week, and hopefully we'll hopefully have a little bit of a recap video, a little special treat maybe for next
Try
week.
our best,
We'll
yeah.
try our
Try
best.
our
and-
best.
So we'll do that, and we will see you guys next week. I believe. I think we're all back.
Yeah.
Roll on
See you
Sunday.
next week. Roll on Sunday. Bye.